I'm addicted to success.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to your new favorite podcast. Y'all know what it is. It's the Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 63.
Yeah. What up?
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the Pod Gods. And with me, I had the best man in all the podcast land, Mr. B Hill. Mr. B Hill, you heard me? What's up?
What up? We in this bitch. Hola. Happy Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. Well,
whenever
Thursday.
You're hearing this.
Yeah, happy day to you.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah, happy Thursday for sure.
But it's technically Tuesday. Are you enjoying this amazing weather today?
Nigga, it's like it's this. You can tell
like
Mother
South
Nature
Beach.
is truly a woman because that bitch be all over the fucking place.
Wait a minute.
She do, man. That bitch be all. She bipolar as fuck. Like that bitch will go from a polar vortex to fucking 80 degrees in the wintertime in a matter of 7 days. Because we were just
don't blame it on the sweet mother. Blame it on your government and their weather engineering. Blame it on their
That's Mother Nature too. That bitch got something to do with it. She in cahoots with it. She in the bed. She a bed.
She in cahoots.
She a bed wench for the government.
This a racket. It's everybody together.
Yeah, old bed wench.
Hey, Mother Nature gonna fuck your crib up. You be seeing mayhem.
I got insurance. We got insurance. I need a new crib. Come through. I'm trying to get some countertops, bitch. Come through.
I'm trying to get some countertops in this bitch.
Yeah.
Come through and just fuck up my countertops.
Yeah, I need some countertops, some new floors or something.
I was off today. Well, let me take that back. Job, I was not off today. I worked from home half the day.
She ain't do shit.
And then I had a doctor's appointment, right? So I went to the biggest swindlers, I feel like, in all of medical land. I went to a dermatologist.
I thought you were gonna say a chiropractor. They're pretty.
Yeah, they up there
quacks,
too. Yeah, they're pretty up there too. But at least when you go to, I've never personally been to a chiropractor, but when people say that they go to chiropractors, at least they kind of feel a little bit better, right? With the dermatologist, it's just like, hey, here go a bunch of expensive creams. Call me later. Like, what?
After they burn your fucking face, because that shit ain't for black people.
Right. So so like for the past 4 or 5 months, I've just been breaking out, and I'm not sure why. I've been doing all types of shit, you know, changing your pillowcases, looking at the products you use. I've been changing I've been changing my shit I wash my clothes in. Like, I've been trying all these different regimens and shit. Like, it just ain't working. So I'm like, fuck it. Like, hit up a friend of mine. Like, she has great skin. I'm like, what dermatologist you go to? So of course she recommends me to this expensive ass dermatologist in Buckhead. So I go today, and I go in there, whatever. Nice office, of course. They charge you an arm and a leg. Why wouldn't the office be nice? And it's in Buckhead. And I go back, and you know how it works. The nurse, or whatever her title is, sorry if I'm not using the right title, but the assistant does really all the work.
The nurse practitioner. Yeah, like the LPN or some shit.
Yeah, she does all the work. Then the dermatologist come in for 5 minutes, right, and then charge you all this fucking money. I could have just saw that bitch. I could have just saw the nurse. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you could have charged me a third of what you gonna charge me. Yeah. So I go in the joint. Before I've seen anybody, they we take $100 before we even run your insurance. If we owe you money, we'll give you the money. If not, you'll owe us money, however it works. But we taking $100 off gate.
That's fucking bullshit. I hate that shit. Like, nigga, I have insurance. Like, don't treat me like I'm a fucking a non-insurance nigga. You can do that shit for a non-insurance nigga. Like, if you like, the purpose of fucking doctor's office is you're supposed to call ahead. When I call and make the appointment, you ask me for my insurance information. That's what you're supposed to do. Run my insurance information and call the benefits. That way you know exactly if I have a copay, then pay a copay. If I have a HSA, then I can understand that. But if I got a copay, fucking just tell me what you're gonna do. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. That's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did.
So do you have a copay or you got an HSA?
I have an HSA.
Okay.
So she's just like, they take the 100, right? I go back there. Let me tell you what they did. They asked me what products I use, fill the shit out on the iPad, what I've been doing with my face. Has anything changed? Boom. Then she takes this iPad, takes pictures of my face. We're not even talking about like no high-tech equipment they using to look at my shit. They ain't talking
iOS most recent update.
Right. Because the new iPad got a good camera, y'all just gonna take a picture of my face. Left, right, up. That's what they did. They take 3 pictures of my face. This still the nurse. So then I sit in there for maybe 30 minutes, just sitting in there. I'm on my phone and shit. Then the fucking dermatologist comes in. She from Russia. So I went to go see the black lady. The black lady was booked till April. So unless I wanted to keep looking like pepperoni Tony face, I had to go see who was available, right? So the lady comes in. She's from Russia. She's white. Her makeup is horrible. Like she looks like you remember that chick from back in the day, Tammy Faye Baker?
Shit.
She was known for like her makeup. Yeah. She had like this blue eyeshadow, like this big blonde hair. Like I didn't know if it was a wig or not, but it was definitely too blonde for her age. Like you should definitely have some gray in here somewhere. Anyway, she tells me, oh yeah, I looked over all the shit that you're using. Stop using all that shit.
Oh, thank you.
Right. And then she goes, stop using all that shit, but here are the 5 things that I need you to use. Now take into consideration, she ain't touched my face. She ain't looked at shit. I mean, she might have gave me a glance over when she walked in, but she ain't did no shit. She just started recommending shit. So she tells me I gotta get this damn $45 shit that they sell there. It's a racket. They want you to buy all that shit. So that's $45. Right. So I'm already $150 in and ain't nobody did shit. You know what I mean? So I got to get that. Then she tell me like these other 2 shits that I need. She gonna send it to like this pharmacist, but they gonna have to mail it to me because they the cheapest pharmacist. So if she tell me like CVS or somewhere, it's gonna cost way more. So I'm like, fuck, like, all right, I'm still thinking it's a prescription. My HSA good because it's a HSA, but it still got tiers in it as far as how much I got to pay out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, bet. So now you got 2 prescriptions. So I'm probably going to have to pay like $10, a max of $25 each for these joints, right? So I'm like, fuck, now I'm thinking it's $200, right? So the place calls me. I leave out. I ain't got shit. I asked her, I said, so are you going to tell me like the origin or why I'm breaking out or anything like that? This bitch going to tell me. She was like, oh, you just have run of the mill acne. You never know where that's coming from. Then why am I paying you? Like, what was the point? Yeah. Why the fuck am I paying you?
So they should start giving refunds at the doctor's office. Like on the spot. Like, you know what? I wasn't happy with my services.
Bro, so then I get in the car. As soon as I get in the car, like this pharmacy place calls me and just like, oh, like we basically can't send your shit until you pay us. Cause they already got my insurance information. Coming to find out, neither one of these shits is covered by my insurance. But they hit me with the, but we applied a bunch of coupons. So it's $75 for one. It's $50 for the other. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, $300.
Nah.
$300, right? So I'm like flabbergasted. Like I'm confused. Like what the fuck cost $70, $5 and $50? Like, am I getting some shit like you see on TV and it fucking got all these side effects? What the fuck is this shit? So after he tell me what it is, I looked the shit up, right? So I'm pissed because I got paid $125 for these other 2 things. But I looked the shit up, be like, one medicine is fucking $650.
Jesus.
And the other one is $550. And I don't know like details of the shit, but it gave me like all the prices in the area, like how much the shit would cost if I go get it. Like if your insurance don't cover it. I went to all these websites. They said the same thing, but be like the pumps is just like some little pumps with like some gel shit in it.
Yes.
Yeah. With some gel shit in it. Like some ounces, like 3 ounces.
That shit's some proactive. Them bitches, they think they slick.
Bruh, that shit, listen, I gotta go back in 6 weeks. Let me tell you something. If I don't see improvements in 6 weeks, I ain't saying this shit gotta be all the way gone, but it gotta be, cause right now I just have like a bunch of hyperpigmentation from playing with the shits and popping the shits and doing all that shit. But I told her, I was just like, she was like, do you believe in me or something like that? Cause I guess she saw my skepticism. I was just like, I mean, if you fix it, you fix it. I can't argue with that. She was like, well, just stick with me. Hopefully in these 6 weeks, you'll see it'll be gone. It'll be gone enough. And then by the next 6 weeks, you should be totally good. I was like, okay, cause this not something I'm willing to keep paying all this money for. I can just go get plastic surgery and it just be cheaper than that shit. Like, fuck all that.
Just make sure they don't got that bleaching shit in there.
Yeah.
Be looking like Sammy Sosa.
Be looking like Azalea Banks and Sammy Sosa and Vibes Cartel.
Bottle of calamine lotion.
Nah, they been not. I ain't trying to do that shit. But anyway, the weather was amazing in Atlanta. I got swindled today, but you know.
Yeah, it was.
It is what it is. How was your weekend?
Beautiful day to get duped.
The beautiful day to get duped. That was perfect. Yeah. How was your weekend?
Weekend was cool. I ain't do much. What did I do? Friday, went out. Not really, didn't go out. With my homegirls, who I guess we'll talk about in a second, but I was supposed to go get something to eat at one of my homegirls' restaurants that she just opened up, but that shit was busting out the door, so I kindly left because I was hungry as fuck. So,
looks like you have all the support you need. I'll come back another day.
Yeah, you don't need me. My $7 won't kill you tonight.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, so she, so I dipped and went out and want shit to do. Like I went to the bar and did nothing. Shit was trash. Just stayed my ass at the crib.
And drank
Saturday,
for free.
my son had a birthday party. No. Yeah, my son had a game and we had birthday parties, mad parent shit that I had to do. And what I do Sunday? Sunday I ain't do shit, just watch the game and shit. Nothing. It was an uneventful weekend. I'm going to All-Star, so I'm just cool. I'm just cooling out for a little while.
Nice. I wanted to go to All-Star and then I planned to go to Miami and I didn't check the weekends. So I'm gonna be in Miami.
Yeah, that's a good alternative, weekend. I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Can't you know what I'm saying? I guess so. Super Bowl weekend in Atlanta was dope.
Yeah, I know that shit was crazy, man.
It was dope.
The weather turned out to be good too, right?
Yes, the weather was great. I got to rock just the light jacket. Beautiful. That's my vibe. That's my vibe for the fall, winter. Like I just want to be able to put on a jacket. I don't want to put on a coat.
Yeah.
But yeah, the vortex freed up, and I guess Mother Nature and Trump got off their cycle to give us some good weather. I went to the BET experience. I drank a whole lot.
Mouse Jones is Mouse Jones is a wild little nigga.
Mouse Jones is funny. I forget the guy, the Instagram guy that was up there, but he is funny too. Mouse is good. Open bar. So that was dope. Yeah, the whole setup that they had was dope. No, you had to be like invited to it.
Oh, nigga made man.
And I wouldn't say all that, but I was happy to be there for the free.
For sure.
I promise you all the best shit that I've been to in Atlanta has been free. Yeah. Like, no bullshit. It's been like free. But it was super dope. And Saturday I drank all day, went to brunch, bar hopped, from like 2 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yeah, that's a long day.
Yeah, that's a long day. And to be drunk that long
all day. That a long time ago.
Met some super cool white people.
Oh yeah.
It was mixed up. Them Patriots fans was in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, I seen that big ass woman on your fucking Instagram. That bitch was about 7'2". That bitch was pumping her arms. The goddamn whole screen was full.
She was so lit. She was so lit. Like we was in the hookah spot and the dude she was with, they were Lebanese. And that's what they do, hookah. And I think she was part Lebanese. But she like, when I say like the hookah spot we was in is owned by like some Middle Eastern dudes, but you know, they trying to get the black dollar. So they play like all trap. Everywhere in Atlanta play all trap pretty much, but they was playing like all trap. And when I tell you that lady knew all of those songs, like she listens to trap music, rap music, and she does not look that way. Yeah. But she was dancing like she was super lit. I forget her name, and that's my new friend. I forget that lady's name, but she was a Patriot fan.
Big arm. That motherfucker, boy, she was big as hell. That was a big ass woman.
Hey, you dumb as hell, but it wrapped up on Sunday. I went out on Sunday as well. It's low key for the rest of until I go to Miami. Low key, cause my body got to recover.
Turn up. I seen that shit look turned, man. I was envious. Like, fuck, I wish I was in the A right now. I want to go.
See, you could have came to the A.
Super Bowl
I got
parties.
a place for you to stay, bro.
That's true. You do. I'll be down there for work soon, so we'll catch it.
I got a place for you to stay.
That's
for sure.
That's the word for the week. For the
catch
year.
a vibe.
We'll catch a vibe.
Catch a vibe. Yeah, I love catching vibes, man. That's my thing. But no, the weekend was super cool, and the weather definitely looked out, and people, I guess Patriots fans had a semi good time Sunday night. I guess after the game, it actually wasn't as crazy like as I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. I don't know anybody who actually went to the game.
It's weird because Super Bowls typically never really have football fans. It's like real corporate and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like from the people that I've known. Like I know several people that have gone to Super Bowls, and they half of them ain't like football fans and shit. They just be getting tickets, or you know what I'm saying, get invited.
You just go for the vibe of the experience.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go for sure, definitely, but yeah. It's usually not football fans. Like, I mean, obviously you have your Patriots.
The Patriots fans was definitely deep. Yeah, like the Patriots fans were deep. I didn't see a lot of Rams fans like in they jerseys and shit like that, but the Patriots fans were deep as fuck.
Travel.
But they were all white.
Yeah, they were all white. They all came from Boston, not black. In the Northeast.
Yeah. So that was good. It was a good weekend. Y'all know I didn't support the Super Bowl, but I went to unrelated events that were going on that weekend. Atlanta businesses definitely was raping people, got in them pockets.
Yeah, as they should.
Got in them pockets.
As they should.
So shout out to y'all for making that money.
Black businesses in the city, in all of fucking the country. So get y'all paper.
Yeah.
Man. Fuck that shit.
It's great. Atlanta is Wakanda. I really believe that as far as the black excellence in a condensed area is concerned, like there's no other place fucking with Atlanta.
Nah, per capita is the most black, it's the most black wealthy and most black, ownership of shit, period.
Yeah.
Like just in the city.
Cause most of the places I go to are black owned places.
That shit's so dope, man.
Yeah, that shit's super dope. I wanted to shout out Freeway at Rockefeller. You know, he just had a successful kidney transplant.
Oh, word? That's dope.
Yeah. He had a kidney transplant today.
That's awesome. Shout out to Free.
Saw that.
I wonder if how much it cost. If it was free. Sorry, I had to. It was right there. It's right there. I had to pick it up.
Oh my God. Oh, free for y'all who don't know, Freeway of Rockefeller, he, have been suffering from kidney failure for years. Like, he don't even really look like Freeway no more. You just know cause of the beard and shit, really. But I'm glad it was successful. Yep. He was on dialysis, so he got that kidney transplant. So, you know, send your prayers to Freeway and, you know, all others that are, you know, looking for parts because they are hard to get.
Yeah. Shout out to the whole rock, man. I was texting Fresh earlier the week, or last week rather, but Bleak on Tidal, if you got Tidal, if you don't have it, you should get it. But Bleak had like a Rockefeller playlist that was like fucking 9 hours of music. And that shit, like, it was just so much, like, that shit was literally my childhood. Like, I did so much, like each one of them songs at one point or another, like, meant something to me in my life. It just, that's what music does, obviously. It's super nostalgic, but like certain songs like Memphis Bleak first album and shit, like, nigga, I used to love that shit so hard. And I I haven't listened to that shit in years. And it's weird because I got Apple Music, obviously, but like, it was just so much dope music on there, man. Like, so that shit was like a theme song. Like, it was mad Emil music. Emil had mad dope music. Her first album was hard. Like, I forgot that it was hard as fuck.
All money is legal, baby.
Yeah, that shit was crack. Like Jay had mad
I told y'all
on
slept on that Emil. Y'all slept on that Emil.
Emil shit was hard. Emil could rap, or for whoever she wrote, or whoever the fuck, she could rap.
She performed it well. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, that shit was dope. And just mad shit, man. Just mad state property and fucking beans and just mad dope shit. So if you
Did it have any camera on that joint?
Huh?
Did it have any camera? Yeah. Like any rock? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to know, was it Dipset on
like,
it?
It had everything. Like mad Memphis Bleak, mad goddamn Streets
Chris
Was Watching,
Neef.
mad Chris Jones, mad fucking Rail. Like, it was just, nigga, the soundtrack to my fucking, like, early life. That shit was fucking incredible. Like, I done listened to that shit like 4 times.
Was Kanye the only successful person off the rock? Like, that's currently having success in music?
I mean, Cam. For what it's worth, Cam and them they still on tour and shit. You know what I mean? Like, niggas.
We can go with that.
Yeah, Cam's still on tour. I mean, for what it's worth,
I don't really think of Cam. When I think of Cam, I don't think of Rockefeller. You know what I mean? Like, he was on there for a brief moment, but
shit, his best album came out on the rock.
Yeah, that.
Like, Come Home With Me. I mean, for what it's worth.
No, that wasn't his best album for me. His was it his first album or his second album?
Confessions of Fire.
Confessions of Fire. That was my favorite Cam'ron.
That was a dope album. I mean,
he rapped different.
Hard,
Once he got with Dipset, he started rap. His flow got different.
Come Home With Me was his last like good effort. Like, that shit was hard. Like, but I mean, SDE and fucking Confessions of Fire, that nigga was blacking out, no doubt. But Come Home With Me, like, production wise and just like song structural wise, it was his best work to me. But I like SDE. SDE is my favorite.
Sports, Drugs, Entertainment.
Yeah, that's my shit. That was Fat Cam, like Fat Chubby Cam was that nigga.
But
yeah, like State Property and Beans and shit, they still on tour. Like, it's not obviously selling out and shit and doing like stadium shit, but they still, the niggas, when you got classics, you can always do. Cause I saw State Property, not last year, but maybe the year before last, maybe 2016 at a Lincoln Theater. And like, I grew up off that shit. Like, I was thugging and doing mad shit. Like, I thought I was in State Property or some shit. Like, all the shit we used to do, like, for real. So like, that shit was just like all that Freeway and all that, you know what I mean? Bleak, Beans, all that shit. I used to listen to that shit crazy. So, shout out to
the Rock.
Yeah.
Shout out
if you got Tidal, check that Bleak playlist out. You really enjoy it, especially if you like a rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got some cleaning to do, some trips to take. I got a road trip to take, so that's.
I don't know if it's gonna have. I don't know if it's gonna be up there, because they get rid of.
Oh,
they
be taking the shit off.
Yeah, they take it, like, because Maul from Joe Budden shit, he had a playlist. His shit was dope, but it won't fucking with Bleak shit. Bleak got, like I said, it's 8 hours of fucking music. You know what I'm saying? I done listened to the shit 2 or 3 times, just letting that shit ride.
Well, I'll see if I get to it, because I definitely want to listen to that playlist. 9 hours is a lot of fucking music.
That's a lot.
That's why you need to be cleaning up or some shit doing that shit. Brown and Proud. I want to say shout out to Candace Payne, 34, Chicago realtor. Her husband, and a group of 8 of her Southside friends in Chicago.
And this our first.
Yes.
This our first
It is.
Yeah,
happy Black History Month. I apologize for that. I did put it in our last post, but I did not say it. So happy Black History Month. Yeah. Happy Black History Month, y'all. But Candace Payne, her husband, and a group of 8 of her friends in Chicago relocated more than 100 people during that polar vortex last week.
Yeah, that's right.
Homeless people. Candace paid for 30 rooms out of her own pocket. That was super dope.
Yeah, for sure.
You would think that the government would do something about these homeless people being out and gathering them. But we have to take things into our own hands sometimes. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure she gonna be blessed tenfold, with what she did. So shout out to Candace Payne in Chicago, for helping out those people. That shit was crazy, because they said like 12 people died or something, like during that joint, like 50 below. That no.
Ungodly, man. Like, it's unconscionable to be able to. Yeah, fuck that shit. Mm-mm.
Yeah, they talked about some, unfortunately, some college kid, white boy, died walking home or something.
Yeah.
From Frostbite.
Yeah. Shit, nigga, I ain't walk, bitch. What? Fuck.
Bro, let me tell you something. I'm getting on a bus. I will get in a cab and hop out that bitch. Like, something gonna happen before I walk in some shit like that.
I'm in the crib.
Yeah. I don't know what situation he was in where he had to, leave or get nowhere, bro.
Give me them points. Give me the guy. I'm calling in. I'm goddamn not going to class. I ain't doing none of that shit. Like, I'm at the crib. The fuck? Nigga, I don't even out, man. Nigga, 50 below? Like, what do you mean? Like, nah, I'm not going nowhere, my nigga.
I told you that shit don't compute to me. Like, 50 below, like, what does that
like, what are you
feel
talking
like?
about, man? Like, what are you talking about?
I feel like your heart just stopped.
Yeah, it should. Like, you should be, like, that's like morgue shit. Like, this is like a, like, if you watch Game of Thrones, talking about Game of Thrones, that's definitely winter is fucking here. In winter, like, the goddamn White Walkers.
The winter is upon us. The winter is coming. What is the little?
Yeah, it's winter is coming, but winter's here now. If you fucking watch Game of Thrones, that shit, and that's actually what I did too. I've been watching binge watching old seasons of Game of Thrones, getting that shit. Nah. I come back in April, but I just been like preparing. It's such a good show. Like, that shit is so good. I've never in my life watched a show more. Like, I watched a bunch of series and all that shit. I never like replayed them shits. I'm watching that shit like it's my first fucking time watching that shit, and that shit just as good. It's the best show ever. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's the best fucking.
Did you get a chance to watch Abducted in Plain Sight?
Nah,
bro, you gotta watch that shit because we gotta talk about.
I watched The Punisher instead. You gotta watch The Punisher.
What's that?
Punisher was fire.
The superhero movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. He a superhero, yeah, but it's like it's a Marvel thing, but it's a comic book, but it's just real life. That shit, it's not really real life because motherfuckers do not die in that shit, but it's good as fuck. It's mad shooting and killing and shit if you fuck with that.
It's mad shooting and killing if you fuck with that.
That shit hard.
Why he got this red shirt on? He a blood. Super. He fuck with all that shooting. You can't just be yelling out people's shit, bro.
Super?
Yeah.
See Rip. Cover my bases.
That's on him.
Cover my bases.
That's B Hill. That ain't got shit to do with me. Y'all holler at B Hill. I don't get in people's shit. I don't even yell out sorority and fraternity shits. Keep your shits. This nigga mad disrespectful.
Roof.
Listen, everybody, I need y'all to watch. So y'all know the internet puts people on the shit. What's the new must see? So Abducted in Plain Sight is some must see shit. And I really want B to watch it because I know he gonna be pissed as fuck about some certain shit that happened in this shit. But like, it's ridiculous. Listen up, white people. Y'all crazy. Y'all different. I don't get it. Y'all gotta work on that.
Is it a documentary?
Yes, it's a documentary, but it's like some unbelievable shit. Like, yeah, it's basically like some unbelievable shit. And that I don't even want to talk about because I don't want to have no spoiler alerts, but I'm gonna make a note so we can talk about that next week.
Yeah, I'll try to give it a go.
It's an hour and a half.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a series, like a docu-series type shit.
Oh, nah, it's just a one shot deal.
I mean, not that I wouldn't have watched it before. I fuck with it, but you gotta kind of carve out time fucking for Netflix, especially for series and shit.
Nah, it's just an hour and a half.
Gotcha.
It's like a solid hour and a half.
Oh yeah, I'll watch it for sure.
But yeah, watch that's on Netflix. It's called Abducted in Plain Sight. So y'all need to watch it before the next show because we're going to talk about it on the next show because that shit is crazy. Y'all need to know what we talking about when we talking about it. So, B.
Yes.
You want to big up your friend? Let's pop champagne, my nigga. Let's pop champagne.
One time.
Pop champagne is when we give big ups to people that we know or listeners to the show and all of those things to celebrate your accomplishments and the things that you're doing. We need to start praising each other. B got a pop champagne today.
Yeah, my homegirl, shout out to Ijama. She's the Nigerian nightmare.
Is all Nigerians name Ijama? I know like 5 Ijamas. That's a popular name
before outside of her.
Oh, you ain't go to college though.
That's true.
All the Africans be in college.
That's
and
true.
their name is Ijama. But go ahead.
That's crazy. But yeah, so her and her business partner, I don't know dude name. He's Nigerian too, because you know that's how like Africans work. Let's get racist. That's
a compliment though.
I know we're a compliment. They got the motherland spirit. We don't got that shit.
Exactly.
The white man broke us.
Exactly.
But yeah, anyway, she opened up. Originally, she had a food truck called Oak City Fish and Chips. They sell fish and chips, like it's fries and fish, and they have like the secret blend of seasoning and all that shit. So they had a food truck. That shit spawned into several food trucks. that shit, spawned into, they had like downtown Raleigh, if anybody knows, it's called Morgan Street Food Hall. It used to be the old Jillian's. The shit is really dope now. And they have a store. I haven't been. It's called Oak City Fish and Chips, obviously. It's a store in there. That shit is always packed. And now they have opened up a second flagship store, on the south side, like in this super dope all black fucking shopping center, which is awesome. Like a good one though, like not no hood shit. Like,
yes.
Yeah, it's like that. It's a Trap Fit, which is,
Ijama.
Yeah, Ijama and them. And they have another one called, like another little gym. It's called Trap Fit. And that happened to be one of my homeboys' little brother. Him and his homeboys have like a whole gym where it's like, they play trap music and they, you know what I mean, do that. And obviously it's a barbershop there. Another convenience store that's run by black people. Another wing spot that's run, it's right off fucking, Rock Quarry, at the end of Rock Quarry and shit by Southeast and Word to God if you want to go. But I just want to, shout out to her because it's, she's making huge moves. She's even franchised some of her food trucks. Like she builds them up and then sells them for a franchise fee. So they're all over the fucking place. Dope. So she's trapping.
And they're all extremely dope because she's
all of, Oak City Fish and Chips. Yeah, you can follow them on Instagram, follow them on Facebook, Oak City Fish and Chips. They're really dope. They're young black people doing their thing. And, I think I'm 35, 36. She probably 36, 37, depending on. So, and it's got 5 fucking stores and trucks, you know what I mean, included. So nice. It's really dope. Just want to shout her out.
Congratulations, Queen.
And its finest.
Pop champagne, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Go hit up Oak City Fish and Chips if you're in the Raleigh Durham area.
They just got lobster at the new spot, so I'm definitely finna go get that. Like fried lobster.
I will definitely hit that when I'm in town. Yeah. I'm sure I'll be in town soon at some point in time. Shout out to them. Hey, remember to send us your accomplishments or big up your friends or whatever. Hit us at the ain'tshitshow@gmail.com. Like, we gotta come together. It's Happy Black History Month.
Yeah.
But I think that because it's Black History Month, for the next shows during Black History Month, let's bring a Black History fact.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Like some shit don't nobody really know though.
Yeah,
not like Martin Luther King. Shout out to Martin Luther King, but King, yeah, I mean, like,
I'm down. That's dope.
Educate
the masses, you heard?
To freedom!
To fucking freedom.
Oh man. You ready to get into, we have this litter shit. We have so much freedom that we have a lot of fuck shit going on. You ready to get into this shit?
Yeah, let's get it.
What you sipping on?
I got a little kettle with a little mint leaf in this motherfucker. I'm in the spa on your ass.
All right. Well, I told y'all that I was doing it mellow, low key. I'm doing a little wine. You know what I mean? I'm doing wine today, so y'all might get a calmer.
I'm on that wine today.
I'm on wine, and I'm not.
I hate wine.
I'm not a wine like connoisseur. Like, I can't educate you about wine. I just know if I like it or not. So forgive me if I'm not as educated in wine.
Oh, I'm on marijuana too. Forgot that. Can't leave my friends out.
Yes, you gotta big up all the marijuana smokers, all the Keto Uno smokers,
and drinkers.
Drinkers. That's funny as hell. I'm drinking some Rosado, and let me tell you what I like about this. It's called Piano. It was like preferred in the wine place that I went to, so I said I was gonna try it, and it's like 14% alcohol, which is very high for wine. But let me tell you what I like about this bottle.
Sunday, that shit fucked me up.
Moonshine.
Shit was peach.
No way. I've had some. I had some, like, they called it apple pie moonshine. That shit was actually pretty good.
Yeah, my shit was good, but that shit had my stomach warm.
Yeah.
For like a day and a half, I woke up, my stomach was still hot. I'm like, what the fuck?
Have you seen a glass cork, my nigga? You see them often?
Nah, that's nice.
Hey, this shit nice as shit. I thought, like, when I started, it had like a metal thing on top. I was like, oh shit, I got some screw off shit. So this must be some like bullshit. But it's actually a glass cork. Like I said, y'all don't laugh at me if I'm late to the party, cause I don't see glass corks often. But it got like a suction thing on it. So like you can just put the shit back in and seal your shit
That's
back
so
up.
much smarter than having a fucking cork and having not being able to put this shit in there.
Right, I'm sure some wine connoisseur gonna tell us why cork is better.
Yeah, actually, I think I do know. It absorbs some of the sugars or some shit like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Nigga, I'm a goddamn savant. You know me. I know everything.
Nigga, you be wrong on this bitch all the time. We got a fact check behind your
facts. Big facts.
You be like,
big copy machine.
Oh yeah, this
facts.
happened. I'll be like, yo, that shit did not happen. Or somebody be like, yo, tell me that shit did
Niggas
not happen.
Niggas be lying.
Niggas be lying. But
at me, bro.
At me, nigga, fight me. But let's get into the shits. Put your glasses up.
You supposed to swirl your shit around and smell it.
Full body.
Because that's how wine niggas do. Another fucking fact. Y'all niggas can't see me.
I'm a jack nigga. Speaking of jacking niggas, again, watch Abducted in Plain Sight. Okay, back to this. Put your cups up.
I already put my cup up, man.
And shout out to the lowest rated Super Bowl in fucking 10 years.
I thought it was
I'm happy about that shit. It's the lowest scoring game in history.
I mean, yeah,
it's the lowest rated in 10 years.
Oh, okay.
It has the lowest rating in 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to that.
Well, for the niggas who didn't watch it, y'all ain't miss shit.
Hey, yo, everybody was just like, yo, you smart as hell for not watching the Super Bowl. I was like, them wasn't even y'all teams. Like, I don't even understand why niggas was still pressed. But that's y'all niggas that chose to watch that shit and waste y'all time with that shit. Oh, my homie hit me up like, yo, I'm leaving this Super Bowl party. I'm about to go to the spot. You meet me there? Sure, I'll be there because I was at home chilling like a bitch. But I'm excited about that because I personally feel excited about that because I don't know if it was 100% a direct correlation to the NFL boycott. However, that's a coincidence is all I'm saying. And for y'all who think like y'all little related. For y'all who think that y'all little being a one person that does not count, you count, my nigga. Yeah. That's all I've been saying. Like, you count. You matter. You know what I'm saying? Did the Super Bowl go under? No. Did the Super Bowl still make a shitload of money? Yes. However, they're not going to make as much money as they thought they were going to make. And that's what matters. Like, you got to hit people in their pocket. For sure. You know what I'm saying? And next year, they're not going to be able to charge as much because they make their money from the ads. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have as much viewership, you can't charge as much for the ads. Therefore, you're not making as much money. And that's all they care about. This shit ain't about color. This shit's about money. For sure. So, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody who stayed strong, you know what I'm saying? And didn't watch the shit. I'm blessed. I feel like the universe was working out for me because this NFL season wasn't nothing where I felt like, God damn, I missed the good shit. I thought I was gonna go through withdrawals, but it was actually okay. You know what I mean? So, you know, just shout out to that. What did you feel about the game though? Since you watched
that shit was trash. It was a good defensive battle, but it was, I mean, like, the Rams had their opportunities like several times. It was, like I said, it was a defensive battle up until the end. And then it was a battle of attrition in terms of like the defensive line, the defensive pressure. The Rams got tired. The Patriots didn't. Patriots capitalized as we all fucking know and fucking expect. So, yeah. I won't mad. Like, I'm not like, people hate Tom Brady. Like, it's weird that people hate winners as much as they do, but I mean, it is what it is. That just shows you like the shit that we are as far as humans go. People hate to see people do good. But
I think people hate Tom Brady because he's a Trump supporter. They've been hating on bro. To cheat. They've been hating on bro before the old Trump supporter shit even came out. But he's always been like a firm Republican, like in his views. I think that's one of the reasons. Nah, people just hate him because he's a winner. Like, that's what the fuck people hate. I don't know. I don't give a fuck about Tom Brady. I mean, yeah, nonetheless. But yeah, like as far as football and shit, like that motherfucker's awesome. He's a fucking GOAT in terms of being the best fucking quarterback. Like, you can never fucking bet against his ass. And like, people just hate that. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it was dope.
in terms of that. I cheer excellence. I ain't really have a dog in the fight either way. I wanted Todd Gurley to get one. I like the Rams. Todd Gurley from North Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely wanted, if somebody was going to win, I wanted to be the Rams. I'm over the Patriots.
Yeah.
I'm over the Patriots. And everything. You know, people think it's a conspiracy behind the Patriots keep winning too.
Man, that shit ain't no conspiracy.
You think they dope like that?
Yeah, they be beating the fuck out of niggas. Like they just be beating niggas. Like it's just flat out niggas can't beat them. Like
how many years Tom Brady got left?
Shit, that nigga at least probably got another 2 or 3.
Yeah.
He said he want to play till he's 45. He's 41, I think. So
is he the oldest quarterback right now?
Probably, yeah. Hell yeah, because Drew Brees like 38, 39, and Tom Brady 40. Yeah, he's the oldest. And
hey, speaking of Drew Brees, shout out to the Saints for saying, what Super Bowl? Fuck your Super Bowl. You know they had like big anti-Super Bowl parties.
Yeah, they had
and
the whole French Quarter was turned. I wish I was there. That shit was live.
Yeah, that shit looked lit.
They had that shit was fucked up because they had Drew Brees like, who you make a Super Bowl prediction or a selection. Like, bitch, these motherfuckers cheated us. What the fuck you mean? Like, out of them.
Hey, the Saints had mad billboards in Atlanta too.
Word.
They had mad billboards in Atlanta.
That's crazy.
Talking about them niggas cheated.
Hurt boots.
What Super Bowl? Like, they had like 3 billboards off of 85, like where all the shit dump into Atlanta, all the highways dump into downtown Atlanta. They had like 3 or 4 billboards that way.
And the Rams said, still beat. I still fuck, nigga. What the fuck you talking about?
Hey, they had anti-Super Bowl parties. That's why I was telling people, they was like, yeah, I ain't really fucking with the Super Bowl, but you know what I mean? I just want to have a party. I'm like, you can still have a party and not watch the Super Bowl, but whatever. I see Beyonce bigged up Chloe and Halle. Mm-hmm. You know, we talked about that last week. And so after she posted, I liked them. Now I'm a little bit confused. They young, so I can't really cancel them. I just want to know what was the thought process behind it and the fact that Beyonce bigged them up. I just really thought she wasn't going to say anything. I knew she wasn't going to say anything bad about them because those are artists, but I just would love to know the thought process behind that. Like, what was the conversations like? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, they are on her label. They're her artists. So I just wonder what the conversation was like. You think Beyonce is going to address it in a song or anything? I don't see her saying anything.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean,
I think it's a really big deal.
In terms of her addressing it when she already applauded them for it?
No. I think it's a big deal that her and Ho were very adamant about the Super Bowl, and then she allowed her artists to perform.
There's no allowing.
I see they had.
So that's the thing. Like, you can't allow.
Nigga, your label can
music.
Tell
you don't control their fucking shits. Like, you don't control their performances and shit like that. You can't allow them or not allow them to do something.
So okay. So you think that
they're not her, like, they won't fire her and drop her
you
from the
think
label.
that Jay-Z gonna call Travis Scott, which he has no affiliation with, and Beyonce not going to tell Chloe and Halle like, this is what I don't think.
Yeah,
I think you shouldn't do this. And
say she did.
And you think they're gonna go against Beyonce?
Yeah, we want to sing the national anthem. We want to sing it. Like, hell yeah. If they want to do it, they can do it. Like, it's an artist. Like, you can't control artistry. You know what I mean? Like,
I think they're very young. I've seen a lot of their interviews. I've seen them with Beyonce. I think that they look up to Beyonce and they respect her opinion a lot, just the same way somebody not under Ho or under Beyonce respects their opinion. They've just made their status that way in the industry with them being on her label or not. So I don't foresee Beyonce saying, oh, don't do it, and them saying, oh, we doing it anyway. I just don't see that. And so I just wanted to know, like, what was the conversation?
I would rather you not do it, but if it's y'all's decision, I can see her saying that, and then they're like, well, we appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and do it. Simple as, I don't know. It's kind of simple as that, in my opinion. Like, I
don't think it's simple as that, because it just depends on the type of respect that you have for somebody. Because if you were on Hov's label and Hov told you that, like, wouldn't you respect his decision? Because you're not getting no money for it.
Nah, I'm going to do what I want to do.
So it's not like you turn it up down the back. I'm talking about you personally.
But I'm going to do what I want to do. If I want to do it,
I'm going to do it. Would you have done it? You on the label. You on Hov label.
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't have done it. Me personally, okay. No.
because you got respect.
But I wouldn't have got mad
right?
if one of my artists did decide to do it.
No, I'm not saying get mad. I'm not saying get mad. I didn't use that word. I'm just saying like, it's interesting to me. I just put it like that. It's just interesting to me. If my mentor, whether I'm on their label or not, no, it's not a slave situation. It's me trying to kind of frame it up.
I mean, the way you painted it was like that she told him not to do it and they shouldn't do it because they're on her label. Like, nah, that's not how that works.
I don't think that she would recommend it. So I personally would like to be a fly on the wall, understand, what happened with that, because they are so young and they do look up to Beyonce, and Beyonce has brought them from nowhere to where they are. So I just would like to know how that conversation went. I think Beyonce will probably address it slyly in a song because people did have things to say.
But she also congratulated them too. So, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I think that it's no longer about them doing it. Like, I think people want to know, just like me, what was Beyonce's thought process behind that? Like, okay, these are my artists, I'm just gonna say congratulations, because she didn't have to do that.
Yeah, that's why I think it came from a genuine place. I mean, I would think so. I don't think Beyonce would step out of bounds and just say some shit for the sake of getting likes and shit.
I don't know. I think it's also business at the end of the day. So if they gonna do it, she probably wouldn't want people to think that they're going against the queen. Do you know how the Beehive works, my nigga? Like, so I feel like she had to go ahead and be like, let me co-sign it, because if niggas cancel Chloe and Halle, that affects the Park what's the name of her label? Parkwood Money. So it's business at the end of the day. Beyonce is a businesswoman at the end of the day. So if they gonna do it, let me just go ahead and be like, congratulations, so people don't think, oh, fuck them for going against Beyonce.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm reading in the comments, and I know I don't know. I really don't know, because I just thought they were black and woke, but I'm off them. I'll watch them on Blackish though. On Grownish. Maroon 5, how was that performance?
That shit was lackluster as fuck.
And that's what I hear. That
shit was a double standard, because this nigga got naked on stage and Janet Jackson popped the titty out, and you know what I'm saying? And it was like the anniversary of the shit and all that shit. We don't know how that goes, but it was just real lackluster. Like, this nigga, like, I mean, I like Maroon 5 first album. Their first album was dope as fuck, so they did a couple bops off that, but it was just like kind of, I don't know, that shit won't turn up. Like, it won't like Justin Timberlake had that shit. Justin Timberlake killed that shit last year, you know what I mean? It won't. I
didn't like Justin Timberlake's performance.
That shit was hard last year. I fucked with it.
I haven't liked the Super Bowl performance since, who was before that? Bruno Mars? Who was before?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I know Bruno performed with Beyonce when the Panthers went to the Super Bowl, I think. But I don't know.
So that was not the year before last. That was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, 2015.
Well, yeah, because that's when they were in Minnesota, right? And Justin Timberlake did that whack Prince tribute.
Yep. Damn sure was. Yeah. Yep. That was last year.
Yeah. Yep. That was trash. Your boy Big Boy came through.
That nigga had that fur on. That fur was hard as fuck.
Came out with a fur on in a car, sang his song, and dipped.
Yep.
Why is Big Boy getting a pass is what I need to know. I thought Big Boy was going to do something. I thought Big Boy was going to take some type of stance. Big Boy don't need the exposure. Give me your thoughts on that. Why is Big Boy getting a pass?
I mean, I don't know. I can't really tell you. I guess just because he's a staple in the culture, right? Like, I mean, Big Boy's done
exactly.
Like, he's done things, for the culture and of the culture. I don't think we should. Like, if somebody decides to, it is what it is. Like, I'm kind of to the point now, like everybody's not with the revolution, right? Like, and it's different forms of the revolution. Like, you don't necessarily have to, like, be on. Everybody didn't protest for us, right? Like, when the marches and all the stuff, like, everybody didn't do that. You have your people that are with it, and you have your people that aren't, and that's fine. Like, I mean, him performing at the Super Bowl, I don't got no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally wouldn't have done it, but I don't have a problem with it, just because, like, motherfuckers gonna do what they want to do. Because if that's the case, then motherfuckers shouldn't have played in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go all the way to that degree, like, niggas shouldn't have played in the Super Bowl if it's to that stance. So, it was Atlanta. You know what I mean? This is hometown. Well, actually, he's from Savannah, but I mean, he reps the A, obviously. So I won't mad at it. It was a cool performance. He rocked and then dipped on. Got his his shine and dipped out.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I definitely feel different about that. I think that this was a very direct directive. You know what I mean? Like it's not like all of this great shit. Like, I get what you saying about, oh, niggas shouldn't have played, blah, blah, blah. I get that. Cool. I ain't even tripping off. You know what I'm saying? Although I do believe that the black NFL players should stand up. And let me make my stance clear. My stance is not, oh, I'm protesting because until Colin Kaepernick gets back in the NFL. That's not really my stance. It's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? It was about what he was doing. So whether he gets back in the NFL or not, that's not really my concern. It was really about them telling him that he can't kneel for the purposes in which he was kneeling. And then on top of that, like I said, the reason I just it blew me is when Jerry Jones came out and just basically said what he said and had, you know, Dak Prescott following up as a do-boy to basically co-sign that shit. So to me, it was more so of the NFL saying, fuck y'all, fuck Black Lives, fuck all this shit. It'd be different if they just didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they told Colin he couldn't kneel and then just left it like that. I think once they went further, for me, that's when I was just like, oh nah, fuck that. So when it was like this direct thing that we asked for black celebrities, like, just don't perform, because it's just like Hov said, you need me, I don't need you.
Yeah, I agree.
Big Boy don't need the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, and you wasn't getting a bag for it. You wasn't getting anything for it where it was justifiable. And I've always thought, like you said, Big Boy was for the culture. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You came out there with a fucking big ass fur on, looking exactly how they expect you to look, like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Doing this shit, we wasn't expecting shit from Travis. We already know what Travis about. And at least Travis did the, Chrisette Michelle and had on a coat with around Mount Rushmore of black celebrities on it. I don't know if he wore that on stage. I know he had that on, taking pictures in it beforehand, where Chrisette Michelle was like, look at my skirt. That's why I performed with Trump. I had this black skirt on. Like, nah, fuck out of there. I expected more out of Big Boy. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain people that we don't expect shit from. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling people what they do, what they should do, and what they shouldn't do. I'm just saying I put a higher stake in certain entertainers that appear to be more than just singing, dancing monkeys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do, and Big Boy was one of those. So that's why even before all of this lead up, I never really brought up Big Boy, because I was just like, let's see what Big Boy do. Because I thought it was going to be like some statement. You know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce did, or, you know what I'm saying? Like something, like he was going to make a statement. You came through in a fucking, what was it, a Cadillac, some shit?
Yeah.
Cadillac in a fucking fur coat.
75. Shit was mean.
Looking exactly like the stereotype they want you to look like. I'm disappointed in Big Boy. You know what I'm saying? I thought you was at least going to use your platform for some shit. But you didn't. I can't necessarily say I'm canceling Big Boy, because I don't listen to Big Boy on that frequent of a basis to care if my life has or does not have Big Boy in it. But, you know, I definitely expected more from that. But, you know, the rap community and the black community and all that is you know, they didn't really say shit, you know what I'm saying, about Big Boy. So, you know, it's just interesting who people choose to support and who they don't. We all, you know, we all have the right to do whatever we want to do. And, you know, it ain't gonna make no difference. But, you know, I'll talk about it later. Like, it's a big difference. Somebody was saying, like, with the LGBT community and the black community, and why everybody's always up in arms when some shit happens with the LGBT community. And here is my response. The LGBT community, they know they gonna come together. they gonna get at people. They gonna say, no, you not fucking doing this. And they gonna come together and motherfuckers gonna be like, you right, my bad, sorry. But we so dispersed, like we want to be about certain shit, then we don't want to be about certain shit. And I get it. It's a lot of fucking causes out here that we have to be about and all of that shit. But I felt like this was a really, really big one. I feel like if the NFL said no faggots on this field or some shit like that, that whole shit would have been shut down. 100%.
Yeah.
I really feel like that. And it's because we can't come together and stand behind those shit. And I feel like that's sad. I feel like that's the sad thing about it. But the ones who do, you know what I'm saying? We making our little dents here and our dents there. You know what I'm saying? Lowest rated Super Bowl in 2 years. Shout out to y'all. So I just want to say that. Super Bowl Sunday as well. Bow Wow got into a fight.
Oh yeah.
With North Carolina's own.
She from the Harris Park. He got him a project, baby. Bitch beat his ass.
He did. And she beat his ass.
Well, shout out to him.
Bow Wow got into a fight.
Because he would have been under the fucking jail.
Yes. If he could have. Bow Wow got into a fight with his girlfriend, Leslie Holden. She goes by Keomi Leslie. She's from North Carolina.
Raleigh,
she's also
though.
Raleigh Rat. She pretty as hell though.
Bad as fuck. Straight from the project.
Bow Wow mugshot looked like he got his ass beat by a Thundercat. He had scratches all over his face. And the fight was allegedly over her flirting with Shaq at a party or something. Or Shaq flirting with her or some interaction. The blogs are saying some interaction went on between her and Shaq. So, you know, B was, said it real quick, like, good thing he didn't fight her, cause it would be a whole different story. Yes, it would.
Double standard on this motherfucker.
It is a double standard out there. Why you think that is? Why you think men don't get the support they should during domestic situations?
Because they're men and they're like perceived to be stronger physically, you know what I mean, than women, and they can essentially more times than not, like, have their way, you know what I mean, in terms of beating a woman's ass. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, it's just because it's not expected. Like, typically women don't usually hit men. Well, actually, that's not true. Women do. I know a lot of bitches that be hitting
women hit men all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just that's because men are more dominating in terms of strength and power, so we can overtake a woman pretty easily if we need to, in more cases than not. Unless it was that big white bitch that she was with at the hookah
She
spot.
wasn't that big, B. Like, she was probably taller than average, but she wasn't that big.
That motherfucker was 7'1". But yeah, otherwise, yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that's why niggas get the short end of the stick on that. Like, you damned if you do, damned if you don't type of shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't hit back if you can at all afford it. But don't actually, women don't hit a man and not expect to not get hit back, because it's just a defense mechanism. You hit me several times, I'm gonna fucking defend myself at one point or another. And if you hit me hard enough, then I'm gonna black out a little bit and then really try to defend myself. So keep your fucking hands to yourself. How about that?
Yeah, I think everybody should keep their hands to themselves. I personally found it funny that Bow Wow got his ass beat, only because I know Bow Wow is an A1 asshole, and I've read things, but I see on a reality show how he treat that girl. But here's the thing. He is an asshole and she is hella jealous. And you put those two things together.
Volatility.
Is volatile. You are 100% right. Like, it's volatile. So who knows how that shit went down? I definitely don't condone it, but I feel like Bow Wow probably got his ass humbled a little bit. And y'all need to understand too, like, verbal abuse is abuse as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Put my hands on you, bitch. Don't fucking put your hands on me. I say whatever the fuck I want. You can say words hurt. Goddamn. I mean, whatever the fuck that old adage is. But if I don't touch me, if I ain't touch you, don't touch me.
Hey, but if you say something to somebody, you can't, you don't know how they gonna respond.
I agree, but don't fucking hit me. Like, if I don't hit you, don't hit me.
Listen, if you with somebody that's an asshole or jealous,
big shit to your ass, bitch. Who the fuck you think you talking? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and then as soon as you call me a bitch, I'm punching you in your whole face, my nigga. Yeah. Like, no, like, certain shit just out of pocket. Like, you just, I would definitely hit a nigga. I would hit. So
you got to be expecting to get hit back, though. You got to be ready to fight. Facts, 100%. But you going to jail.
Both of them went to jail for the sake of this story. Both of them were locked up. But, you know, good thing Bow Wow, you know, I don't know if he didn't fight back or he just didn't get the best of the fight, because you never know how a person attacks you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, nigga could have been laying down or some shit.
Sure.
She just jumped on the nigga. So he might have been in a situation where he couldn't immediately defend himself.
That's why I can't fight. I can't be like, if I'm in the crib, sleep and shit, I can't be like uneasy as I'm sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all.
You can't do fuck shit either. You can't come home and do fuck shit. I'm not saying that was the case. I'm just saying you can't come home and do fuck shit. And I think that's another reason too why men don't get as much support, because in a lot of situations I feel like people feel like and this is not all cases, because it's just some crazy ass women out here, don't get it fucking twisted, but motherfuckers feel like a woman just got to her fucking breaking point because a nigga just keep doing some shit over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? I think that's another reason why, you know, men don't get the support during domestic shit, you know, like they should. Everybody, if you're gonna be in a relationship, act accordingly. Don't fuck people over. Don't verbally abuse them. Don't physically abuse them. If you're getting fucked over, verbally abused or physically abused, leave. We've said this several times on this podcast. Leave. I don't care if you're a woman, you're a man, you're dating a woman or a man. You need to go. It's not good for you. You can't love somebody else more than you love your damn self.
When you love someone, you just don't treat them bad. Oh, how I feel so sad. Now that I want, what is it? How's it?
It sounds like we had a damn funeral.
You
going to tell it on the mountain.
It fit.
Go tell it on the mountain. Super Bowl recap. Shit that happened Super Bowl weekend.
Lit.
I liked it for the most part. So for the plot twist of the decade, the nigga 21 Savage,
Free 21,
whose real name is Shia bin Abraham Joseph, was actually born in the UK, Newham, London to be exact. And he was deported on Saturday or Sunday. He was deported. I mean, he was not deported. Let me take that back. He was, arrested by ICE, and put in, I guess, a facility for individuals that will be deported. So allegedly he came to the U.S. at the age of 12. In 2005 under a work visa for his parents. The visa expired in 2006. His lawyer said that he applied for a visa in 2017, which is like 11 years too late. And y'all know that 21 had like some drug charges and all of that, which they're saying that's what put him on the ICE radar. Cause that nigga
shit was
looked
14, man. That shit was 5 fucking years ago. What the fuck type of shit is that? Bitch, y'all should have still came and got the nigga. That nigga was on felony, like he was arrested for a felony. Like what the fuck type of shit is that? Now he doing his
that
thing.
nigga looked so Atlanta that they was just like, nah, this shit
he's starting to, like, young nigga starting to change his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he on Jimmy Kimmel rapping goddamn that about Flint and immigration and how he don't want his babies to be like, it's just fucking coincidental as fuck. These white folks ain't no joke, but, Free 21, man. I like that little nigga. Like, I don't know him obviously, but I like him like from his interviews and shit. Like he had a wild life, but he ain't no dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't.
So tell me about this wild life. Tell me about this wild life. Cause his dad is a world renowned like, doctor, like, herbal medicine and all of that. His mom seems like, I don't know exactly what she does, but she seems pretty stable. What happened? I don't know 21's story.
21, like that shit. That nigga was, I mean, he from fucking Zone 6. So, like that's where Gucci Man and all them niggas, Trouble and all them niggas from. I seen a million fucking interviews and shit from him being in the fucking trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, and be really with the shit type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
what happened? How did he get there? What What?
He was just
what
bad.
happened? How do you have two good parents?
I don't know if from what he told me, he didn't have two good parents. He was like,
well, he told you. What did he tell you?
Right, told me, right. I seen most recently he had an interview with Academic bitch ass, and it was right in the fucking right in Zone 6 somewhere. I don't know what the fuck that shit was, like Edgewood or whatever the fuck that shit called. But he was showing where he was living at. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it was a 2-bedroom. He had a 2-bedroom apartment. Him and his mom. He got 6 brothers and sisters. And like he was like, he ain't never had shit. You know what I'm saying? He was getting in trouble. He was 13.
Wow.
Beefing with the little niggas in the hood. Brought a pistol to school. Almost shot a little nigga in school. They kicked him out. He went to some alternative school and some shit. I don't know. Same little hood nigga story. You know what I'm saying? He went to that shit and got caught with another pistol and shit. He got kicked out of Forsyth schools and some shit, or Fulton County schools, and got sent to Forsyth County or some shit like that. I don't know. But I mean, and then he just left school at like 16. He said his mama had moved him. I think he said his mama had moved him to the suburbs, and like they were paying, the rent was crazy. It was his first time he ever had his own room because his mom was trying to get him out the hood and shit. And she was like, but she couldn't afford shit. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, shit,
That's wild.
He was in the suburbs, and then he was like, but shit, real shit. That's where all the little gang niggas was at. All the niggas in the good suburbs was banging like shit. So he was like, I started banging. These niggas were slow. I was selling weed. He said, so I started having my own sack. He said, I moved back. My mama couldn't afford it. We got evicted from that crib. And her and his stepdad, and then the rest of his brothers and sisters and shit. They moved back to the apartments. He got his own townhouse and shit, started trapping, and got caught, got shot like 6 times. His homeboy died, all type of crazy shit. Little nigga wild. That's my little.
That's crazy. Yeah. I would love to know what happened for them first 12 years in England.
Yeah, because his mom got an English accent, like I heard on
his mom and his dad has an English accent. A heavy one. So I'm like, this didn't never come out in your rhymes, like you rapping, you know what I mean? Like I don't know 21's story. And I like 21. I don't know anything about him personally, besides the fact that, you know, Amber Rose taught him how to drink water and eat vegetables. But it's just very interesting that, you know, your father is this world-renowned guy and highly educated guy, and your mom, you know, just seems this way. And like, this never came up in your interviews, never came up in your music. Like, it's crazy because now those like memes that everybody had with like 21 Savage taking over the world and shit, like, is even crazier. Yeah. But, you know, if 21, I don't know enough about 21 to advocate or not advocate for him. But, you know, I hope the shit all works out for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if niggas want to be here, let them be here.
I fuck with that little nigga. That nigga he was doing shit in the community and shit. He was buying up a lot of property in Atlanta. He was doing a lot of shit. Like, I seen one, like, he had a big ass fucking, like, back to school drive. The nigga had a whole, like, fucking, like, $50,000 worth of shit for the kids and shit. Like, I'm like, damn, no, but that shit won't publicize. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with that little nigga because he's maybe 22, 23. And like,
nah, he's 26.
Oh, okay. Well, 26 Savage. But nah, he just was doing a lot of shit, and like, you know, like his most recent music was more like the shit with a lot, the fucking how many cars you got.
The J. Cole shit.
He was spitting on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like letting niggas know like it ain't always about. I think, and that's what I like about his interviews. Like it seemed believable because some of the stories and the way he like recants some shit seem like it ain't no shit you can just make up. But I mean, I guess it could, but it seemed too real. You know what I mean? Like his homeboy dying, him getting shot. Like, and I've heard him say it several times. So niggas usually trip up if they lie and shit. But I fuck with that little nigga, man. Like he remind me of some of the little niggas that I know and fuck with and shit that I grew up with. Matter of fact, so you know, free 21, man. Yeah. Niggas making jokes about that shit. It was a little funny initially, but then you know you sit back and think about it. Like that nigga got 3 boys. He got a family he take care of. You know what I'm saying? He was interactive with his boys and shit. And, you know, now he facing possible deportation and going across the world and shit. That shit fucked up.
Speaking of the memes, so I had me a good laugh at the memes as well. But Demi Lovato didn't get it so easy. So, Demi Lovato tweeted that the best thing about the Super Bowl, cause everybody was talking about how boring it was. The best thing about the Super Bowl was the 21 Savage memes. And Black Twitter ripped her fucking head off. She came back to say, so they came at her, they was talking about her drug shit, they went in on her. Y'all know how we can be, how Black Twitter is. It was some savagery. They was talking about all types of shit. She said that she wasn't talking about him getting deported. She was talking about the memes. Charlamagne also gave her Donkey of the Day. Do you think Demi deserved that smoke, man?
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I understand where she was coming from, but at the same time, like, you got to know the severity and the sensitivity of the whole situation. Like, that's some kid's mom, that's some kid's daddy, and a motherfucker who's providing and supporting. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I guess, she gonna backtrack after that, but I mean, the memes are funny. But, to a serious note, cause I ain't want to laugh, but I mean, it was just what it was. But, I know the gravity of the situation. You know what I mean? Like, jail is some fuck shit, and he's in a different type of jail. That nigga's in the ICE type shit. Like, he ain't in the feds or he in the goddamn Homeland Security jail. Like, he is showing up terrorist type shit. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, that shit fucked up. She definitely deserved it. I don't know if niggas should have went on a crazy like that, but motherfucker, I like what Wale did. He chin checked her. You know what I'm saying? He tapped on the ass real smooth. But yeah.
Yeah, I have an unpopular opinion about that. I think that she was laughing at the same thing we all were laughing at. Not the fact that he was deported or ICE picked him up, was the fact that 21 fucking Savage, Atlanta fucking 21 Savage, fucking Zone 6 21 Savage is from fucking London. Like, out of all the places this nigga could, that shit is funny.
That shit is funny.
That shit is funny. And I felt like it was unfair. You know what I'm saying? Cause we all laughed at that shit. That shit is still funny. The shit, it's two separate things. It's not laughing at the fact that this nigga is in a facility, cause that is messed up. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that this nigga is from London is fucking funny. Niggas was asking that nigga, do he eat tea and crumpets? Like, that shit was funny. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit was funny, because that's like somebody telling you that motherfucking Jay-Z is Australian. Oh, motherfucking.
I think it's just the way, cause it got associated. Like, if niggas would have found out, I think it would have just been funny. But like, I think it's cause it got associated with the fucking getting arrested shit. You know what I'm saying?
But everybody else laughed though, bro. You just said you laughed. They only went on that girl cause she was white. And I'm not the person that's gonna sit up here and fucking, well, I don't know. Demi Lovato is like white, Indian, Mexican, something. I don't know. But for the sake of this conversation and the way people view her, she white. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason people went on her. You know, I don't think that it was fair. And I don't think that it was fair that they went in on like her fucking drug abuse and all that shit. Because I honestly don't think that's why she was laughing. I think she laughed at the same shit we all laughed at.
Yeah.
We all laughed at those memes, him writing his fucking rhymes with a feather, him eating tea and crumpets, them putting his lyrics and putting his head on ciphers, but having this fucking UK accent come out. That happened. The internet is fast as fuck. All that shit happened within minutes. Within minutes. But she said something about it, and it was actually kind of one of those things where she like, damn, like, this shit's so boring. Like, the funniest thing is about how, you know what I mean, 21. I personally don't. I don't think that she deserved it, and that she deserved it. I feel like we all deserve that same thing, because it's still funny to me. I don't give a fuck. Like, the memes was funny. The fact that he got arrested by ICE is not funny, but the fact that 21, who never ate vegetables and drink water, is from London, my nigga. That's wild. That's like the plot twist of 2019 for me. So when we do the Golden Shitty Awards at the end of the year, we talk about plot twists, I gotta make sure I remember that, cause that shit was wild to me. Like, I thought it was a joke, to be completely honest.
Yeah, that shit I did too. I was like, yeah, these motherfuckers tripping.
Like, out of all people, like 21 Savage. Like, if you would have told me fucking Drake was from London, or even one of these other purple hair Drake, you could have told me Uzi was from London. And I would have been like, oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
But 21 is a grimy looking nigga.
It's like Shawty Low. Like Shawty Low from London too.
Hey man, Shorty. And then the thing about it is, it's not even like it was off some military shit where, you know what I mean? Like you find out your friends and shit was born in Germany, was born in all these places because they pops or they moms was in like the military. No, this nigga grew up in London for like 12 whole years.
This is so stupid though. Like this man been all over the fucking world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all over the world, all over the country.
They definitely out to get us.
And like, now, and he ain't even did shit. Like, he got arrested and he ain't even doing shit. Like, I could see if he was out here doing some wild shit. That nigga was just rapping. Like, that shit's fucked up, man.
But, you know what I'm saying? The thing about it is this light, it shines so big on this particular situation cause it's one of our own. And that's super fucked up. And this is happening every day to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people in corporate America who went home to visit and can't get back. Like, and been here forever. You know what I mean? Like, and can't get back. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is what makes this situation.
Oh, they can work from home.
I mean, on some real shit, that's what some of them been doing.
Shit.
Like in real life, and depending on where they live at, they a whole day ahead or a whole day behind or 6 hours.
Yeah, damn, that's fucked up.
Facts, you know what I'm saying? But like they families and shit over here. Like, they immediate families, their wives and husbands and kids and shit is here, but they went to either visit home or they went out of town for a work trip and they can't get back.
That's some wicked shit.
No, that's some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing about it, what makes this 21 shit have a little bit more racist sauce on it is because ain't London one of them good, respectful places that Trump want? You know what I mean? The good white places he want the immigrants to come from.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He want them to come from Switzerland and London and respectable countries that are not quote unquote shithole countries.
Right.
So it's the fact that this man is black.
That's crazy, man.
Why you got him? You know what I mean?
Free 21.
21 Savage. You know, being locked up and being from the UK is literally
free bang thing, you know.
that shit it's shit. You know what I mean?
God
they
bless
ain't had
you,
no real reason for that shit.
Hope they.
But I still feel like y'all came at Demi Lovato extra.
She be out.
Y'all came at her extra.
Niggas get shot every day.
That is true, but you know, I guess I got extra soft spot for her because I know like some shit like this can take an addict over the fucking. You know what I mean? Take them over. She already almost died once. You know what I mean? But be careful out there, man. Oh, so you hear about Monique versus Steve Harvey, man?
Yeah, Steve Harvey say, hey, bitch, you hit me, you better bring your husband back here. I'm gonna beat his goddamn ass. That's
right. Fire. So Monique was on the Steve Harvey show. For y'all who don't know, Monique allegedly didn't like the fact that Steve told her that she should apologize to Whoopi Goldberg for calling Whoopi the help. And she allegedly threatened to slap Steve. And Steve told her if she hit him, her husband gonna have to come out and square up. Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna make you watch, bitch. I'm gonna beat the hell out your husband. And I would call my wife down that motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna call my wife to come beat your ass.
Facts. Super facts. Like, okay, we've talked about Monique on this show.
Shot her ass in the pinky toe.
She doing a pinky toe. Hey, rest in peace, Della Reese, man. Oh, it's Monique. I'm trying to figure out Monique whole shit. I ain't been with the Monique wave since she been on this whole shit.
I'm tired of Monique.
Is Monique delusional? Is she on drugs? Or is she really that bitter because she didn't get the praise she deserved after the Oscars? Like what's going on here? Like, what do you think the end game is for her? Because she's basically insulting every fucking major player in the industry.
She been doing that shit. She been doing that shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't fuck with her like that. You know what I mean? Like nobody really fucks with her to the point where it's like, you know, mad niggas say that she's a bitch. You know what I mean? In terms of just how she deals with people and interacts with people and thinks that she's like higher than mighty because of her accolades. I won't say quote unquote accolades because the bitch do got stats, but I don't know. She just living off that shit. Excuse me, and just threw her humble card out the way.
Yeah, I think the Oscar got to her head, like, and she felt like she was supposed to be, you know, crowned queen or something. Like, after that, what I will say is she has the most traumatic fall from grace of anybody right after they won a fucking Oscar.
For sure.
Like, what are you doing? Like, it's so self-inflicted. Like, the thing about it is...
3-6 would never. 3-6 won an Oscar for all those who don't know.
3-6 Mafia won an Oscar for Hustle and Flow.
And they would never.
For the background information. Oh, you know, I just think that, you know, it's bad for her. It's gonna be bad for her. You're gonna have to learn how to play the game or no. And I feel like...
I wish she would have slapped Steve so Steve could have beat her damn husband ass.
Bro, I think Steve reflexes might would have smacked her ass back.
She ain't no little bitch.
Nah. They would have had to tussle
yeah, she from
for
Baltimore
sure.
Shit. She would have probably got them hit the Omar from the wire on that bitch.
You know what? Baltimore, that just made a lot of sense. That's probably why she ain't rap too tight, for real.
For sure.
You know they got lead in all their house paint in Baltimore.
Word.
Like, like it's a big thing out there.
That makes so much sense.
It's a big thing out there, man.
Baltimore.
They got a lot of lead paint out there, man. They was talking about that shit recently, and it's been going on for like, 20, 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's why Baltimore's so stagnant, but I ain't gonna... Shout out to Baltimore, y'all. Y'all doing the best y'all can, I assume, man.
Baltimore.
2. Y'all doing the best
you say
y'all
2
can
too,
do. 2. I don't say 2.
You do. It's not as accented, but you do have like your 2s and do's are a little like.
My 2s and do's are not. My THs are different because I use a V. I use mother, father, shit like that. I'm not a 2 person. You're not gonna put that shit on me.
I'm telling you, it's not Baltimore's, but it's definitely some DC in it.
Okay, then that's fine. Yeah, it's not, but don't be saying no. Don't be putting that Baltimore shit on me, bro. I'm not Baltimore.
Snoop from The Wire, but
I'm definitely not Snoop from The Wire. Or anybody's Baltimore related.
You're not.
I'm from Washington D.C. I'm not from the DMV. I'm from 14th and W.
Northwest on this
okay?
Bitch.
Northwest. Remember that. 14th uptown, baby.
2.
No Baltimore out here. No 2s, no dudes.
It's 2. You got a little 2. Like you got a little 2 in you.
All right, call me out when I said that.
For sure.
Call me out. Definitely call me out when I say it, because I'm calling bullshit on that.
All right,
one.
DC Fresh hilarious.
Liam Neeson.
He's a weirdo.
Oh, little shit. Monique slapping Steve Harvey.
I wish it could have been lit.
It could have been lit for sure.
It would have been great. Slap the hell out.
Look, this how fucking full of shit we are. I'm gonna tell you how full of shit we are. We just said all this shit about violence against men and women.
Nah, because I knew it would have bred. Like, it would have bred some other shit. Like, he would have, damn daddy, or whatever the fuck she called that nigga, would have to come.
Daddy, yeah.
Daddy would have to come and goddamn have a parent-teacher conference. And get
everybody keep your hands to yourself, but that shit would have been.
Oh, shout out to my little boy. He got his fucking report card. That nigga is reading on a fucking first grade level on you bitch ass niggas, and he's in kindergarten. Yeah. Nice.
You already passed your dad. Shout out to you.
For sure.
Shout out to you.
I hate reading. Shout out to him. My little girl's on track. She's reading well. She's not like hasn't excelled as fast as he is, but she got the common sense. That nigga's fucking. He don't got no common sense worth a damn. That nigga smart as shit.
Don't say that. He gonna listen to this.
Nah.
He gonna listen to this. He gonna listen to this 10, 15 years from now. Listen, all y'all celebrities out there.
Nigga, you ain't
y'all need to know. Y'all can't wait until y'all get super popping to try to backtrack. Your kids gonna listen to this shit. Liam Neeson. So, y'all heard about this shit. Liam Neeson, 40 years ago, a friend of his was raped by a black man. He did an interview recently where he was promoting some movie that I'm sure is about the same shit Liam Neeson movies are about. Right. Taken to the trap. So Liam Neeson goes in to tell the interviewer about how when his friend was raped, he went up and down black areas with what he called a kosh. What I learned is that's basically a crowbar. Hoping, he went in black areas. I want y'all to note that particular point. He went in the black areas hoping to get approached by somebody. And he's saying, I was hoping a black bastard would come out of a pub and have a go at me about something so I could kill him.
That motherfucker crazy.
Crazy. Then he goes on,
Good Morning America.
what's the Good Morning America, Robin Roberts. It says he's not racist. That happened over 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Can you grow out of being a racist?
Nah, brother. Well, I won't say that. I won't say that. Nah, I won't say that. You can grow out of being a racist. I can say that. Like, cause he may have not had the experiences. I don't know where the fuck Liam Neeson's from. It's probably from fucking Germany or something stupid. I don't know where the fuck he's from, but, I will say that you can evolve. 40 years is certainly a long time. And you can have had experiences to change your worldview. So I won't say that he can't grow out, but, you know, he do look funny in the light.
Listen, thinking about it, because I was thinking about that shit today. And I definitely think that you can have experiences which make you see other people as humans and equals for you racists out there. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think if you're young, you're able to get out of the mindset and the things that you were taught. I think that it's easier for younger people than older people. Yeah. Someone Liam's age, 60 plus. But this is why I personally don't feel that Liam Neeson has grown out of being racist. Because if you grew out of being racist, you would have known that that story was not the story to tell.
Right.
You would have known that. You thought that it was okay. And that's how racists think.
For sure.
They think that the shit that they say is okay. You know what I'm saying? I would love, let me tell y'all some shit. You know what I'm saying? We black and proud around this bitch. So, race comes up a lot on this show. And the fact that this show is a year and a half old, that means this show has been around since the Trump administration, where racism has been at its all-time high since the 60s. You know what I'm saying? So race comes up a lot, a whole fucking lot. So we have to talk about race a lot, a whole fucking lot. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to talk about this shit. We don't.
Much rather not.
Trust me, it's other shit I would so rather talk about. But we ain't gonna let shit slide either.
Nah.
Like, is Liam canceled for you?
Not on my watch.
Yeah.
Oh, you said, is he canceled?
Is he canceled? Definitely no racism on our watch.
Yeah, nah.
But it's Liam Neeson.
I don't know when I stopped watching Liam Neeson movies after taking 17. So
facts,
I'm
facts.
cool. He doesn't make my world go round. I can do without him. I'm cool.
That's what I said too. I was like, I'm so glad all his movies the same.
Yeah.
So I don't have to feel the way about not watching shit.
Was fire though.
No, don't get it twisted. The first Taken was definitely fire.
That shit, wild anxiety. That shit was wild. Yeah. Taken one was fucking taken. Nigga had me took.
Yeah, and then I'm like, how many people in your family gonna get taken, bro? Like, come on, get some better security. Call ADT.
I will hunt you down. I will find you. Man, that motherfucker found that ass too.
Hey, let me tell you what was mad crazy to me though. Like, I thought it was super crazy that his regular voice is his acting voice.
Yeah.
Like, he talks just like Taken.
Yeah. Mad,
you're going to be taken. I'm about to give you something.
Yeah, and fucking calculated and shit.
Oh man. Liam Neeson killing black bastards. Lit or shit.
It's fucking lit. I'm gonna be kill some black bastards my damn self, Liam. Get some black bastards taking the fuck up out of here.
Oh shit. Hey. Liam Neeson, you are shit. But I do love when racists expose themselves. So thank you very much. I appreciate you for that. That's super lit. J&B going vegan. They're going to give a fan lifetime tickets to J&B concerts for 30 years. Would you go vegan for J&B?
Nah.
For free concert tickets?
I don't know. I'd like to try to go vegan. I've tried to no meat shit. That shit is difficult. But I don't know.
Yeah, vegan and vegetarian is two different types of.
Yeah, you can't do shit
to climb.
when you vegan. That shit is no animal.
When
product,
you vegan, you basically eating manila folders and motherfucking
like no love, like type shit. That shit is difficult. Like you can't even eat honey. Now that's just stupid. No, yeah, I gotta.
You can't even eat honey, but you got on the fresh leather jacket,
right?
And some leather shoes with a leather belt. MCM.
For sure.
All that.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to go vegan for myself. And I mean, it'd be a bonus, I guess, but I just can't do it. Like, I don't have the discipline.
What you think it would take? Like, what would be something that you like, I can do it. I would force myself to do it.
I don't know, man. I mean, if the doctor told me that it's either you only eat plants or die, I think that'd probably be it.
Hey, that's what I say.
But you know what? You might be right. I'm gonna try this vegan lifestyle, but
I feel like that's the only way, bro. Like, it either gotta be that a doctor tell me like this is the only way.
But I mean, not for nothing. It's like I still eat chicken and poultry and shit. But I don't really eat a whole lot of cheeses. I don't really use a lot of butter. Like, I don't cook cheese. With this shit. So like if I'm out and about, like I'll get some cheese every now and then. Or like, you know, if they got butter or regular butter on the shit, then I'll eat it. But like I don't cook with butter. I don't eat butter. You know what I mean? Like I'm not really a big sweets guy. I don't really use like, and when we do use sugar, we use like raw sugar cane type shit. My wife bought a big ass thing from Sam's. So like, I try to make somewhat conscious decisions and choices in my everyday life at home type shit. You know, you slip off the wagon a little bit or fall off the wagon when you're out in restaurants and different shit like that. Even though they have obviously more options now because it's the fad and shit like that. But yeah, I mean, outside of chicken, because I don't eat pork. I don't eat red meat, which sucks. Because I miss bacon. But I never really ate a whole lot of that shit. I just ate steaks mainly and, you know, maybe a beef roast here and there. But like bacon was my shit. Like I used to eat bacon, but I don't eat none of that shit.
Bacon is still the shit, even though you're not eating.
Yeah, I'm well aware. It's food candy.
I'm well aware.
It's food candy.
That's the funny thing because like with people that I know who have gone pescatarian, vegetarian, or vegan, 9 times out of 10, most of them be like, yo, but bacon be smelling so fucking good. Like bacon and like wings is like the number one thing that they be like, yeah, like I be missing that shit. But because they've abstained, you know, they really still can't even eat it. Sorry, even if they wanted to, because it make you feel funny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't have any urges to go vegan. I definitely try to make healthier choices. And like I try not to do like processed food. Y'all already hear me call me OG gluten free. You know what I'm saying? I try to make choices like that, but I eat animals. Like I eat meat and veggies. Like I don't feel like that's going away. I don't have no desire to live that lifestyle, and I'm cool with others living that lifestyle. Y'all just can't Jehovah Witness us with that shit.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Stop pushing that shit on us, bro.
Just like, you can make a recommendation, just don't beat me over the fucking head. Like, goddamn. Like, you're no better than me. We're all sinning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all
sinning. It's really a pick your poison type thing.
Yeah, because there's plenty of vegans that
it's how you want to.
Like, fuck.
Yeah, drink, smoke.
Yeah, smoke good.
Do Molly, all that shit. I mean, like, it's a pick your poison. Like, at the end of the day, all this food fucked up, bro. Unless you growing that shit in your backyard, all this shit fucked up. You can go organic you want to. You can do whatever. It's pick your poison, because the lettuce fucked up. The pesticides on the vegetables. The animals getting this fucking steroids and hormones and eating crazy shit before you eat it. That's why these fucking 12-year-olds look 21 now. Like, shit all fucked
Free
up.
21, man.
So it's just a pick your poison type thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be pushing that shit on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't push that shit on. I'm not going vegan, my nigga. Like, I have no desire to, like, none of that shit. Like, that's just not happening. And the thing that real vegans hate about you fake vegans is exactly what I said. Vegan is a lifestyle where you care about animals in general. Like, your whole shit, the whole vegan shit is about animals. Like, you shouldn't be eating animals. You shouldn't use them for, you know, clothing. You like B said, you can't even eat honey.
That's why.
Cause it's about the animals.
But you're not killing,
you know what I'm
which
saying?
is stupid, because they're not killing fucking bees.
Yeah, all you doing is eating bee nut.
Because the thing about it, bee nut. That's fucking, yeah. That's actually funny. But like, what makes honey is them pollinating
what makes bee nut?
They're pollinating the fucking goddamn shit. Like, so they taking the pollen from the plant and then cultivating it somehow in their whole bee kingdom and shit and nutting bee honey.
Let bees be.
So like, I don't see, that shit doesn't make sense. Like, that doesn't, it's made from pollen. There's no way to get honey without pollen. So that's and pollen, and there's no way to have a plant without pollen and having bees pollinate the fucking, move the pollen from one side to another, one fucking flower and shit. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm eating me some honey.
So yeah, I'm definitely not going vegan for no Jay-Z and Beyonce concerts, and y'all know they my favorite people. However,
but when they 30, like 30 years, nigga, Jay gonna be 97. No, I ain't going to see Hov, nigga. He's gonna be dead. No, hell no.
I'll go see Hov if Hov's still performing.
I ain't going to see Hov.
I'll go see Hov while Hov in a wheelchair.
I
will go see you, Hov, now.
I'm gonna pull up the YouTube and see when.
He gonna be what, 70?
Yeah, I'm not going to see Hov at 97. Hell no. Fuck out of here.
B gonna be out there. I don't think you're ready for this Social Security.
Nigga, you gonna want some preserves. She ain't even gonna want jelly. She gonna have preserves.
Hey, don't talk about Beyonce, because she definitely gonna be the Tina Turner of our time.
For sure.
Tina Turner, Tina Turner still look pretty damn good.
Yeah, she fighting
and
cancer.
Let's not forget
cancer or some shit now.
Yeah. Prayers up to her.
For sure.
I'm glad you said that. Prayers up to her. Going vegan for B&J.
Hey, it's lit if you want to. Shit. If you want to go to the concerts, hey, that's the lifestyle that you promote. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, shout out to y'all for doing that for some concert tickets, because I will gladly pay my $200 for every other year.
You still
when they
get to the concert. The motherfuckers didn't say we paying for your travel,
right?
So we got to show in Africa,
and only when you're in your city,
nigga. From fucking Atlanta.
Only in your city. You live in fucking Omaha. They ain't coming there, my nigga.
For sure.
So that shit is lit for you, not lit for me. I'm not doing that shit. Not even for them. Last but not least, I want to talk about this just super, super, super quick. And it's not really about who it happened with. It's just about the subject matter. So Jess Hilarious went under fire for calling, commenter or a fan. I don't know if you call it a fan, a faggot, right? An Instagram user posted under one of Jess's posts, said, imagine having to comment on the shade room 24/7 just to keep the lights on. And Jess responded, yeah, imagine that, faggot. So today Jess posted an apology of sorts. I wouldn't say it was like an apology, but she basically said, like, motherfuckers come at me. You know what I mean? Like, they come at me. So y'all know I had nothing against the LGBT community, but the nigga came at me. So I'm giving you the same energy that you gave me. And that's basically what I wanted to talk about right there. Like, should she have apologized? And how do you feel about that energy thing? Like, if somebody come for you,
yeah,
do you come for them?
Hell yeah, bitch, get the fuck off my page. This is my page. I call you what I want. I think, it's derogatory, but see, I come from the school of, like, when you call a faggot, like, faggots didn't, it has two meanings. Obviously, like, it was a homophobic slur used from male.
It's kind of like a flip, like nigga, though, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah. So, like, when I be like, that shit gay, or that's some faggot shit. Like, I don't be meaning, like, niggas is having, like, butt sex. I'm just meaning, like, that shit is just
butt sex.
It's just gay type shit. Like, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, like,
justify what I just said with something else.
It's just not like
I ain't saying it's faggot, I'm saying it's gay.
Yeah, it's just gay. It's just like not gay in the derogative sense. Like, just gay, like, nigga, that shit gay. I don't know. I can't really, like, articulate myself in that regard, because I don't want to, like, fuck up my political connects. But I think it's just, I don't say the word, especially on, like, a broad scale. I might, like, say it amongst my niggas on some shit, like, you faggot ass nigga, some shit. But it's not like we're calling them, like, we're not declassifying them as men, you know what I'm saying? And, like, or some shit, you know what I'm saying? It's not a derogatory statement. It's just, like, in jest type shit. Like, you just say it, like, bitch ass nigga or faggot ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. But it's not like, oh, nigga, you out here fucking niggas and shit. Like, it's not like that, you know what I'm saying? But again, it was all up to interpretation, and I'm sure people gave her flack for it. So, I mean, I understand the underhanded apology, because she did in fact say that she was sorry. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't mean to call him a faggot, but he also came at her like talking crazy. Like, he ain't no telling what he would have called her. So
So that's where I am. Like, I think I probably got the unpopular opinion here, because my whole thing is what we talk about probably every show or every other show: disrespect. Mm-hmm. Disrespect will not be tolerated. And here's the thing about war: ain't no rules in war. My nigga, if you say some shit to disrespect me, I'm tapping into your deepest, darkest insecurities. Right. I'm saying whatever the fuck I gotta say. I don't care about your feelings when it comes to motherfucking war. You disrespecting me, I'm trying to disrespect you. The whole goal of this exchange is to disrespect you. So if faggot gonna hurt your feelings, I'm gonna call you a faggot. I'm gonna call you a black bitch. I'm gonna call you a cracker bitch. I'm gonna call you a bald-headed bitch. I'm gonna call you whatever it is I think that will hurt your fucking feelings. Because you disrespected me. So if you disrespected me and I'm disrespecting you back, then that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh, you can say some disrespectful shit to me and I gotta hold you with fucking fur gloves when I'm disrespecting you back. Ain't no rules in this shit, my nigga. If you disrespect somebody, be prepared to be disrespected back. And if you a good roaster, or you a good motherfucker listen, I know some motherfuckers who can read motherfuckers for blood. Like, you'll come at a motherfucker and they can read you so motherfucking bad, you'll wish you were not even born the way that they read. But you came at them first. You can't be coming at motherfuckers and be like, oh my God, they call you a faggot. Were you a faggot? Were you acting like a faggot? A faggot is a derogatory term. Were you acting like one? Are you one? Are you one?
Are you a flaming pile of sticks?
Right. Like, and the thing about it is, like, when a motherfucker mad because you came at them first, you can't expect them to be nice to you. So I don't, like, the only reason I feel like Jess should have apologized, and this is the only reason, is because of the role that she's in. And I feel like when you are an entertainer, you have to protect the bag. That's it. You have to protect the bag. But if she was just a regular motherfucker like us, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm calling you a faggot. I'm calling your mama a faggot. I'm saying whatever. Like, it ain't even about the word faggot. I'm just gonna get as disrespectful as I possibly can because you disrespected me. Now, if that shit come to blows or something like that, but we talking about social media. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that we should say cause it's all about respect. It's not like she just going around saying, hey, faggot, what are you doing, faggot? You can't come to my show, faggot. You came for her, my nigga. Like, you came for her like any other person would. So when I get popping, when this show get popping, when me and B get popping and y'all want to pull my tweets, pull this audio,
I got some white devils
know
on there.
that I stand by this. I stand by this. Not necessarily the word, but the disrespect. You disrespect me, I'm disrespecting you. Now, when I start getting these fucking big bags, I'm just going to call B and be like, you see what this faggot said to me? Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to say it out loud. However, don't come for motherfuckers if you not prepared for what they say. Period, point blank. I'm not about to care about your mama dead if you disrespected me.
Correct.
I'm going for everything. Yep. I'm going for the jugular because you talking about concessions that you give a person that you have respect for. Yeah. It's different if you fighting with a loved one or somebody you actually know or a friend where you don't want to burn no bridges. Then yes, you need to be very careful about the words that you say because once you say them, you cannot take them back.
For sure.
However, I don't know you. Fuck you, faggot. Or whatever derogatory term I can come up with at that particular moment. And that's just how I feel about that, yo. But just protect your bag. Leave these motherfuckers alone because it's trolls on the internet and this is just what they do all day long. Now, don't get it twisted. Jess has definitely said some gay shit in the past, but I know she from Baltimore and that's what they do. You know what I mean? But in regards to this particular situation, And Raleigh bitches is scratching niggas' eyes out.
Run up on them.
Okay. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, I just want to say defending yourself against a troll is litter shit.
I fuck with it. Yeah.
I'm fuck with it because, you know, I'm going to defend myself all day long. That was a litteth or shitteth. Let's get into some advice. You ready to get some advice?
Let's get it. I hope somebody's naked.
This is where we shine. This is where we shine because I'm feeling more empowered each time we read a letter. And we on letter 63. All right. Listener letter segment. That's where we give advice to people who clearly don't care about that we drink a lot and that I'm on my third glass of wine, which is kicking in. All right, here we go, B. It says, hi, Fresh and Be Healed.
Hey.
I love your show.
Thank you.
You have great chemistry and very entertaining. Thank you, Ma. We appreciate that. I was hoping you could help me. My best friend of 12 years is having her third child. I am the godmother. Well, it said I am the godmother to her first two kids, and I basically feel like I'm their mom as much as my friend is because she expects me to do a lot. The father of the first two is not in their life. So as a friend, I wanted to help my friend and pick up the slack. She tells jokes and she calls me her baby daddy and just. Well, I'm tired. She's been beating if she's waiting on her third child.
No, she's trying to beat the godmom.
The godmama. Well, I'm tired and I do not want the responsibility of a third godchild. I do not have children for a reason. I do not want to be bothered with crumb snatchers day in and day out. My friend is also expecting me to throw her yet another baby shower. How do I tell my friend that I, one, do not want to be the godmother to her third child, and I don't want the hassle of throwing another shower? Am I just being a bitch? And she signed it, Fed Up Frida.
Fed Up
what
Frida.
Up, Fed?
Fed Up Frida. Thank you for your...
B, give her them jewels.
Thank you for your commentary and your candor on this situation. Let's talk about it. Have a seat on the couch. Dr. Bill is in the office.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, God, that's what well, actually godparents don't really do that. Godparents' role is to take care of the kids if something happens to the parents, right? So. Right.
In the black community, it'd be mad different.
Yeah, it's mad different.
Like you parent
that's
adjacent.
the only way it is. I think white people just took it to a different level. But they probably invented that shit too, now that I think about it. But,
godparent.
Yeah, so.
Yes,
I mean,
the role of the godparent is if you shall die.
Yeah.
Then I'm responsible.
Yeah, that's what that shit is. That shit is, you take over, nigga. You fill in. You sub.
And that means both of y'all gotta die. Because if you die, they just going to the
I'm
dad.
Just auntie
or,
at this point.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, I'm just auntie.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think you should still throw a baby shower. Because, I mean, but then it's going to be kind of hard for you to say, like, I don't want to be the godparent to your new kid. Like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want these two. I'm gonna just fuck with these two right here. Yeah. And shit that.
You kind of fucked up when you said yes to the second one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like you kind of locked in. You know what I'm saying? Like you grandfathered in. You godmothered in.
You grandfathered into your godmother.
You know what I mean? So I don't really got I don't know what to tell you. I think you should just give her another baby shower and just be like, listen, all right, I love these children like they're my own, but they're not. So I'm gonna have to step back just a bit. And I can't do the same that I've been doing. I will help you out when I can, but I don't have kids, and I'm about to ball on these niggas and go and do mad shit without y'all. So that's where I'm at with it. God bless you. Good night. That'll be $50. Can you pay $100 before you get out of here? Thank you.
Right. Hey, don't bring it up. It's gonna make me sad again.
And then we got some $300.
Then I'm out of $300
for you too.
And I still got a bump on my chin as we speak. Yeah. So listen, here's the thing. Like I said, you kind of fucked up when you agreed to be godmother to the second child. But you know, I believe in transparency. And I believe in, if you're honest with the person and you're genuine and they're mad at that and don't want to be your friend after that, then they wasn't your friend in the first place. That's honestly what I believe. So with that being said, I feel like you should tell her. Just have a conversation with her like, look, you got these. I'm godmother to the first 2 children. And of course, in the traditional sense of the shit, if anything ever happened to you, I would definitely take your kids and take care of them like they're my own. Currently, you're all fine and well. It ain't shit
so
wrong
I'm
with
you.
You.
I'm gonna just be over here, but I'll be over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be your friend. And, I will definitely, be there to support you during your 3rd child. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be there for the Christmases and all the auntie type duties, like B said. Like, godparents kind of auntie zone. You know what I mean? Like you or uncle. You know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to be that type of vibe. Actually, it don't even have to be that type of vibe, because again, it's supposed to be something you adorn somebody with, because if you get into a car crash with the both of y'all, these kids that have somewhere to go. Which I never see that happen, because it's gonna go to the grandmama or the real aunt or somebody before that. But whatever. We talking about black community.
Unless they rich.
Just how we get down.
Motherfuckers slide their ass right through there.
Right. Then we sending them to J&B. Oh, but I think you should have a conversation with her and just tell her. Now, on this baby shower shit, I honestly feel like 2 is enough. Like, we're not throwing you no baby showers, B, because your niggas decided not to pull out. Like, you don't get gifts every time you accidentally get knocked the fuck up. Like, and you should be saving these clothes, and I don't know what's the children, boy-girl ratio. I don't know what they are. However, get green, yellow, pass them shits on.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't need shit every fucking single time. That's like us having you a fucking housewarming on your 3rd house. Like, you're not getting a gift every time. This like us getting you gifts on your 3rd marriage. No, you're not getting gifts every time, my nigga. Just because you decide to make a dumb decision. Like, we not supporting this. Like, we not. And unless you had twins the first time, and then another baby, and then that 3rd, 4th child, that's a singular. We're not doing that. And this is coming from somebody who does not have kids. Like, we not buying you fucking gifts every fucking time. I don't think you should be obligated to throw this baby shower. You've done your due diligence. If you thrown the first 2, she need to punt that shit off to one of her other friends or to her family members in regards to that baby shower. I think you just need to be clear, have a conversation, and still let her know that you're going to be there. Because B, I don't know if you've ever planned a party for someone else.
No, I don't do that.
Exactly. So you don't know the ins and outs of that shit. And that shit is work. It seemed like it's just some cupcakes and some gifts and some food. Nah, party planning for anything big or small is a whole fucking task. And then you're going to expect me to do this for the 4th child and the 5th child and the 6th child. Nah, nip that shit in the bud.
Yep.
So my final advice is just have an adult conversation with her and tell her how you feel. Like, she can't be mad at you for feeling that way.
Take her to Chick-fil-A.
You know what I mean?
Give her some Polynesian sauce. That always works.
Polynesian sauce. So if we have a beef, I should just get you some Polynesian sauce.
Give me a 20 count and some Polynesian. And we can talk.
I got you. What's your final advice?
You said it all.
To fed up Frida?
Yeah, you said it all. I agree.
Frida, talk to her. Let her know how you feel. Can't nobody force their kids on you. Y'all friends, but y'all ain't married. So, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't signed that birth certificate.
Right. Let us know how that goes.
Y'all probably didn't go to church and do the godparent shit. They probably didn't get christened or nothing. They just like, oh.
Bro, facts.
Probably sent you a text message.
As a decree. Do you have any godchildren?
Yep, I do.
How many?
Just one. It's my best friend's son. Ryder. Shout out to Ryder. He bad as hell. My little nigga.
How old is he?
He is 4. He'll be 5 on May 31st.
What you be doing? May 31st?
Yeah, May 30th.
Shout
May
out.
30th,
That's
May
my
30th,
birthday. Gemini either way. Yeah. May 31st. Hey, birthday coming up. Gemini twin. I like him. Hey, boo. What you do a lot? Or you just do kind of like uncle type shit?
Nah, I mean,
like get a gift.
I mean, I got kids like the same age, so we just all get together and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do a lot though. I mean, I get him shit for his birthday and shit. You know what I mean? But like, that's my little nigga. So it's my best friend's son. So we all not always together because I'm married and he got an old lady and shit. But we just get up. You know what I'm saying? Do shit. Because I mean, like, I mean, we actually did the whole christening thing, and I did like a decree and all that other shit like that. So it was pretty cool. But
oh, nice. Yeah. Nice, y'all did it the proper way. I don't have any godchildren. Me and my friends don't like kids for the most part. I have friends with kids.
Y'all niggas don't.
I definitely have friends with kids.
None of your friends got kids except for Shay.
Nah, I got friends with kids. I got friends with kids. I definitely got mad friends with kids. I wouldn't say mad friends with kids, but in people that I consider friends that I get in contact with, I'm in contact with on a regular basis. It's about 6 or 7 of them that have kids. But like, nah, like we ain't kids. We just want to live out this bitch. Life too short.
To have kids.
But awesome. Yeah, definitely life too short to fork over your whole life for some people you don't even know. Like, I feel like if you have the choice,
they're yours.
You don't know them. Like you're right. But it's a difference between like, you just popped up and if you know for a fact, like you don't want kids, like, because I personally feel like having kids is making a choice that I am going to forsake my life to give somebody else life and make sure they're good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think parenthood should be. So if you decide that you want to be a parent, just know that that's what you're doing. A lot of these people want to have kids and don't want to do that second part. Yeah, I mean, they like, nah, I gotta live. I gotta do. No, because the thing about it is, ain't no timeline on kids. 18 ain't a clear cutoff, my nigga, for kids. I know motherfuckers that's taking care of their 30 and 40-year-old kids. I ain't doing that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with kids. I'm just saying that shout out to the people who clearly make a decision versus the people who just kind of get knocked up, and now this is the situation that they're in.
To not have any more kids, like myself,
who got that snip, tuck.
Yeah, man.
But Fed Up Frida, let us know how that go, and if any of y'all want any of this world class advice, because the price will be going up, from Dr. Hill, Dr. Bill.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, I got through so many shows. Right. And Dr. Fresh, hit us at theanxioushow@gmail.com, and we may read your letter on the show. So y'all know where we at. What's shout out to the new people, but we at Free Smoke.
Free Smoke.
And Free Smoke is where we talk about hot button personal issues or topics, anything from politics to petty. And today, my nigga B is leading the smoke.
Yeah.
What's the smoke, B?
Welcome to Free Smoke, led by, your hostess with the mostest.
The most.
This is about, but I think I don't know if it was last week or the week before last. I mentioned that Killer Mike had a show called Trigger Warning, which is like a play on like stereotypes in the black community, right?
Yep.
So it's a six episode miniseries, all 30 minutes apart, or 30 minutes a piece rather.
On Netflix.
Segmented. They're pretty dope. It comes on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, I would definitely suggest, especially it's Black History. So support your local black man. It came out on the 25th, matter of fact. So yeah, 2 Fridays ago. I thought it was extremely dope. One, I'm a super duper huge Killer Mike fan. I think he's extremely intelligent and extremely vocal, and has some incredible opinions and I think solutions to a lot of our ills that plague us as a community. He's from Atlanta, as we all know, and it's interesting. In his press run, he's made a lot of impactful things that he's been saying, but it derives from being immersed in black culture in Atlanta, which is obviously what we talked about a little earlier in terms of them having, black businesses and thriving and just being essentially Wakanda. So I guess today,
Wakanda,
what I kind of wanted to, touch on is it was a bunch of different episodes and they were all different from one another. The first episode, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I'll kind of just give you like a play-by-play.
Spoiler alert, if you're going to watch it, then you might want to cut away.
Yeah. Just come back.
But B, go ahead. Feel free to say what you gotta say. We already gave
it should have been out 2 weeks. You should, ample time.
No, that shit been out way longer than 2 weeks. You talked about it 2 weeks ago. That shit been out for a minute.
So what's that? So that's 2 Fridays ago. So it's a little over 2 weeks.
Oh, well, maybe they've been teasing it. Cause I feel like I've been seeing
he was
like
promoting the
shit.
But it came out on the 25th.
Okay, then that may be what. Okay.
Birthday. But,
gotcha. Go.
But anyway, so the first one is, it's an episode of him like having to only live black. So he can only buy black, support black, do things that are a direct derivative of black people, being their creations, whatever. So in that, like, I felt like as I was looking at it, I was like, holy shit, this is incredibly in a difficult task to solely, do only things that are only black, like support black business and drive black vehicles, and just everything of your day-to-day life had to be constituted on what blacks have done. Like, it had to be by black people of some sort, like, be it, buying the food or buying cell phones and shit. So he couldn't use a cell phone because he had an iPhone. So he had to find a local iPhone. It's a local, phone company. So I guess I wanted to ask you, like, so how did you feel? How black did you feel after watching the first episode?
So let me just say this about the
first off, did you enjoy it? Let me ask you that. That was really my first question.
The first episode or the series? It as a whole? Okay, so it was a little bit hard for me because I couldn't determine what. Like, he'll have me like in the first like 2 minutes, and then the shit just goes left for me.
It definitely goes left.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was hard for me to understand what was real and what was for entertainment. You know what I mean? So it was hard, like, when the first episode where he talks about, buying black and doing all these things, I was like, oh yeah, like, damn, like, I never like really thought about it. Although, I do think about black businesses often. And I am a person who tries to support black businesses as much as I can. However, I'm not willing to downgrade my quality of life for poor customer service and inferior product. So that's always my problem, like with black businesses, because the customer service is never there. I don't want to say never there. A lot of the times what makes me stop supporting black businesses is because of the customer service and inferior product.
So what black businesses do you support right now? Like on a mainstay in your life? Like,
I support God is Dope. I support, Never Too Fly to Pray. I had a black bank up until a month ago. Right. I had a customer service, couldn't fuck with them no more. I try to buy black hair care products. I try to support, probably most of my disposable income goes to, black entertainment in Atlanta. Yeah. Cause most of the places I go to in Atlanta are black owned, and Killer Mike loves Blue Flame, and a few of my dollars have definitely gone to the Flame.
I know. I gotta get the Flame. I can't wait to go. Next time I go to Atlanta, I'm coming to the Flame for sure.
Yeah, but if it's like, I follow like a lot of like Instagram boutiques and shit like that, like with shit that like I wear, and if they black, like I try to support it. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to support. If I buy something from you one time and the shit good, you got a customer. You know what I'm saying? But when it come on some bullshit, I be out. But I'm like that with any business. For sure. You know what I'm saying? But with the Killer Mike shit, like what kind of threw me off is kind of like, all right, bet, like, that's what's up. Let's see if he can do it. Like, I 100% don't believe that Killer Mike didn't eat for 2 days.
That's what he said.
I don't believe
he was on Sway. He said he was on Sway. He said he was like, I know people don't believe it, but I actually didn't. He said I didn't eat until.
Cause this is why I don't, B. This is why I don't. You went to a black owned market. You bought fucking beans. They had vegetables there. They had all different other shit that you could have eaten that came from the black farm. That's why I'm telling you, like, it was a little bit wild. Like, I didn't know, like, what's for the entertainment value and what's real. But I know we're getting into, like, the next episodes.
Yeah, for sure.
To be honest, the Living Black episode was the only episode that I really kind of, like, fucked with for, like, 90% of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I do feel like if we can buy black and if we, can possibly support black organizations, we should do that. And I definitely think that we need to be able to, train black businesses as well. You know what I'm saying? Because with black businesses, it come down to like little shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he made an ill point. He made an ill point. I forgot where I was listening to it, but he was basically saying like, when there's black business, don't turn your back on the black business just so quick because of the bad customer service. Go to that manager or go to whoever's the owner of the store and say and express your discontent for it, and then try again. And then if it becomes a habit, then obviously go away. But like, we're so quick, and I'm super guilty of it because that was one of my questions. So like, as far as black businesses go, what are my hangups? My hangups are they ain't never got shit. Like, it's always missing something. Like, black restaurants always out of something. Like, if you're a soul food restaurant.
And they always try to cut corners.
Yeah, you're always trying to, and at the same time, but niggas always, but on the flip side of that same coin, niggas always want to damn get a discount or want something free. You know what I'm saying? Or want something like, you don't go to Chili's and ask for, well, actually I do, cause I be trying to get the free chips and salsa like a motherfucker. But, more times than not, like, I try not to cut corners and shit, like, at black restaurants, cause I know they still working and I've myself had to hustle throughout life, so I ain't really trying to cut no deals. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really expect that, but
yeah, I only want what I pay for.
Like, I don't want to.
That's my thing. I want what I paid for.
Yeah, for sure. I'm the same way. Like, I want what I paid for, and then like, but they always out of something. They always out of yams. They always out of macaroni and cheese. They always out of something. Like, nigga, don't be out of nothing. Like, it's very rare that you go to
they don't have no napkins. They just got a big roll of damn paper towel if they got that. Yeah. Bathroom nasty. Well, all you had to do was just fucking mop this shit.
It's just, just compete. I just want them to compete at a high level. Like, just make this establishment as best as it can be. That's kind of my hang up with black business in general.
I think it works both ways though, B. Like, I feel like it works both ways. I'm 100% with you when it's like, don't be asking for hookups and shit. You wouldn't ask Chili for hookups and shit. But the black business also expect concessions because they are black. Like, come on, man.
I agree. That's why I say
we ain't got this. So it's like reciprocal. You know what I mean? Like, we both expecting some type of cut or some type of discount or some type of concession on the service or the quality or the level of service that we're providing or what we're getting. Like, no, just because that be my thing when I go to black businesses. Black people, and it's just us. It's just how we get down. We can get real locked into when a black person comes in. Oh, they know what's up. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna drop all my professionalism. Nah, I don't want you to drop your professionalism.
Keep it a band.
Keep it up even more. Because if you unprofessional with white people, they just gonna think that's how y'all anyway. That's probably what they expected. You know what I mean? Like, we like, nah, because we just went to STK and got superior service, and now we going to this restaurant that in Atlanta, it's abundant, where they try to make these restaurants seem more high class and luxurious than they are because you painted the place. And that's it. The bench is still worn like a bitch. Yeah, you know I mean, you got fucking water in the soap dispenser. You know what I mean? Like, it's all types of shit. So, yeah, you laugh because you done had that shit. Like, that shit is trash. Like, I think you said it perfectly. Compete because I don't feel like, I thought that it was very dope what Killer Mike said about like that history point where it was kind of like we were segregated, so we had no choice but to support black
segregation
businesses. And that was a great point that I never really thought of before. So that was super dope. You know what I'm saying? But you can't expect the support just because you're black.
At this point.
Yes.
Yeah, integration fucked us up. Like, I think that shit tore us down. Like, I mean, it was just one of the minutes, but I think integration, like, I mean, I'm cool. I enjoy, I guess, you know, mingling with white folks and shit like that. But at the same time, like, it was pretty dope. Like, I could imagine like living in the 40s and the 50s and shit like that and just being amongst my people solely. I mean, obviously it's going to be shit people regardless of what color you got. Like, there's always going to be motherfuckers who ain't shit, and there's always going to be motherfuckers who are, you know, good. But at the same time, like, that dollar was circulating way more crazy in our community. We were having shit, we were owning shit, we were doing different things, and just provided more opportunities for us as a people. Like your Korean town, your Asian towns, and your Jewish communities and shit.
For sure.
You know what I mean? To the point where like their money, like when he gave that stat at the beginning, like the Jewish dollar stays there for 22 days and the Chinese dollar 12 or 14 and the fucking black dollar stays for 6 hours. I'm like, God damn it.
6 hours.
6 hours is crazy.
6 hours. I think the other difference is that when, you know, those other races and ethnicities, they come together because they need that sense of community because they're coming over to a foreign country, or they're groups like the Jewish, you know what I'm saying? Like they were kind of ostracized as well. So like they came together, whereas our history is all about separation. Our history is ingrained in separation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do. That's why I just gave my whole speech earlier. I'm not going to give it again, but that's why we can't stick together. You know what I'm saying? It's all a competition. It's all about who going to get out the fields and get into the house. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how our history is. And what we say, B, all roads lead to slavery. All roads lead to slavery. We wish we didn't have to say this, but all roads basically lead back to slavery.
Ocean ways and river ways and all that shit.
Yeah. But that black episode, I thought that was the best episode.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Personally, that was the best.
So
episode.
What about like the second episode? I think was with the kids. So
the kids in the vocational and the sex education training.
Wild.
I want to know your thoughts on that, and then you can ask me whatever questions you got for me because that shit was wild. So,
but it was crazy because they actually like, so to kind of give like a little backstory, what it is like initially in the first part of the episode, he goes to an elementary school and he basically kind of like teaches kids trades early on, like in second grade. I think it was for either first or second graders. Like he teaches them, like, you know, showing them how to take disassemble a light and put it back together and show them how it works and, you know, change the doorknob and all that. So then he goes and talks to a principal or whatnot and tries to basically like get her to eradicate her current curriculum and implement this new trade curriculum. So I guess that was my first question. If you could, obviously you don't have kids, but you still obviously know what should and shouldn't be taught.
Yes, I have nieces and nephews.
So if you could institute anything curriculum wise that you feel like is lacking, what would it be? Like if you were a school superintendent or some shit and you could...
So this was one of those episodes where like in the initial first couple sentences I was with him and then he threw me all the way the fuck off.
When he told little Dylan chill out.
He told them kids to forget their dreams. And like, I'm waiting because I'm just watching it. Like, I done saw the first episode. So I'm like, is he being funny? Like, what the fuck? Like, what's he doing? Like, I thought that it was very interesting that a nigga who is a fat ass, black ass rapper who's living his dreams, right? It will tell people to fuck their dreams. And he had that kind of as an ongoing theme throughout the show, like no hope, smoke dope, no hope. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was basically kind of telling people like the world fucked up and fuck all this shit and you need to learn like some manual labor and shit like that. You are the contradiction of what you're telling these people. That's why I couldn't get with that. And like, we don't need everybody to be blue collar workers because we would definitely be back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We need blue collar workers. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? And for y'all who out here who ain't doing shit, y'all definitely need to learn a fucking trade. But telling these children that they can't be presidents and scientists and all that, they need to learn how to build a box. Nigga, we pay people for that. I'm trying to get this bread so I can pay somebody to build this fucking box. When we get to this fucking apocalypse or whatever the fuck happened, you need this bread. You need to be able, you can use your mind most of the time a lot longer than you can use your hands and your body. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. But I also think you should incorporate some vocational training in there as well, like a combination, because it would have been awesome to learn some shit like that when I was 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? Just like over the course of time. But I can dig what you're saying.
I definitely think I'm not negating the fact that people should just learn certain things in school. You know what I mean? Like, as far as the curriculum, I think that was your original question. I feel like as far as the curriculum, I feel like the whole curriculum need to be totally fucking revamped. We got apps for all this shit you talking about. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like science as far as like getting down in the weeds of science. Like, I don't feel like we really need to learn like chemistry and trigonometry and all that shit. If you're going into a profession that requires that, yes, you should get that type of training. But what we should be learning about is mortgages and taxes and the government and, you know what I mean? Like, shit that people actually use. Right. These days, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, especially in the black community, we need to understand money. We need to understand finances. We need to that's big. That's big. You know what I'm saying? We need to understand how money works. Yep. I feel like that's a big thing that we need to implement into the current curriculum. Like all this shit that we learning, like, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today that has a child. She talking about, she been on the fucking internet learning how to teach this nigga about parallelograms. Nigga, I ain't heard that shit since back in the day. Like, trash. I was like, yo, they still teaching that shit? I don't need to know.
Yeah, you don't.
You need to know the basics of everything. And especially like, we can't be teaching the same curriculum from 100 years ago. And that's basically what we doing. So I think that we need to get into more real life shit, entrepreneurial shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to get, and I heard the conversation between Killer Mike and Envy earlier in the week or last week, whenever that was. But I heard that conversation and they both had good points on each side. You know what I'm saying? But if I personally had the income to send my children or my nieces and nephew to a private school, I would. And only reason I'm saying that is because of the area that they live in DC and Maryland public schools. And they are in the DMV area. So they're still in like my niece who goes to a Maryland school is still in the DMV area. Like she can walk to DC. So it's black. It's still fucked up. You know what I'm saying? She ain't getting no homework, you know, all that shit. And my other nieces, they go to like charter schools, which are better. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just better. I do believe, what Killer Mike is saying is like, there are public schools that are just as good as private schools. However, it depends on where you live and the income level of the area that you live in. You know what I'm saying? Like even in Atlanta, like some Atlanta public schools is fucked up. And I know almost everybody I work with and everything, they parents. So the first thing they start talking about is like they fucking school districts. Like I fucking care. I really don't care about your school districts, coworkers. However, I'm informed about school districts and shit like that. And these people that I work with, they have really good incomes. They have really good houses. And one of the first things they say is, oh yeah, I live in Cumming or I live in North, you know what I'm saying? North Fulton. I live in North Fulton as well, but I live in North Fulton or I live in, you know, whatever. The school districts is great. But if you talk about people who live on the south side, like they school districts fucked up. Yeah. Like they school districts fucked up. So, you know, public versus private is really dependent on the income level of that particular area. And that's what they're going to have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, I feel like that. Would you put your kids in private school?
Nah, I wouldn't. Just
cause you in a good school district?
My kids go to magnet school, so I actually not bust them in, but they go to magnet school. So they
that's kind of like a charter, right?
Nah,
same thing.
Charter. What's a charter magnet? Schools are just, magnet school. So initially magnet schools were set up cause it was the schools that were based in the hood, right? So like black schools essentially, right? So what they did is a magnet program. So they started having all these different curriculum advantages, like a whole bunch of different electives, a whole bunch of domains. Like in my kids' school, they have a bunch of domains and a bunch of electives. So
what are domains?
Basically like electives. It's just a funny word for electives.
Okay.
But
gotcha.
So like, for example, my kids take like building a story and different shit. Like it's kindergarten, but they start them early. So it's just, so basically it was a reason for white people to come like, hey, we got all these different programs in the school. So it's kind of like a reverse. Well, I guess it's just integration. It's not a reverse. It's just integration because so that way they can get more dollars. You know, they can have the richer people come and have all these different programs. So then it kind of like is more of a mashup. So my kids go to magnet school, but it's on the south side, which I'm cool with. I'm from the north side. I went to school with a good mix of black and white, but now it's a little different because like the older kids, like the kindergartners and the fourth graders the fifth graders and fourth graders and shit, it's a lot predominantly black because it's a lot like where the hood is, but it's kind of moving from that now because it's being gentrified. The south side being gentrified.
Okay.
Around. So it's a little different now. Okay. So like the kindergarten class, it's still black kids in there, but it's not as predominant as it in the fifth grade classes. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's they're kind of phasing out, and then the white folks are moving in because that's more so their actual district. But I want my kids to go to school with black kids. Like I want them to see their peers. I don't want them to go because I got a buddy that his kid go to Ravenscroft, and I was like, how many black kids in her class? He was like, you mean like her whole like fourth grade class? And I was like, nah, like her actual classroom. He was like 1, and I was like, how many in the whole fourth grade class? He was like 7. I was like, nah. That's like, you can't go somewhere like that and not see anybody that looks like you. Cause then you're going to have identity crisis. Yeah. She's not mixed, but she's not like a black girl. Like her mom is half white and black, and then her daddy is a light skinned black dude. So like she's going to have an identity crisis when she gets older. Yes, she's going to be afforded some different things as far as like, meeting people and doing different advantages. But at the same time, like the cultural aspect of it, I think is she's not around black people outside of her family. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of where the balance is. I understand both sides, but for me, but
I think, are we assuming that private equals white though?
Most in my area.
But maybe I think of it a little different because, I grew up in DC, and DC used to be Atlanta before Atlanta when it was black. You know what I mean? And, growing up, I know, people who went to private schools, and don't get it twisted. It wasn't like majority black, but there was a good mix of diversity.
Them shits be white.
Yeah. Like, so I went to like middle school in like Georgetown and shit. And so it was like a good mix only because like the kids from the Air Force Base used to live there, and the Georgetown kids used to live there that didn't go to private school. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I would definitely take into consideration the diversity of the school, because I feel like diversity is required.
And then you get
like being in Atlanta,
white drugs and shit, like for real. Right. Like I know niggas but
like being in Atlanta, it's a lot of money in Atlanta. It's a lot of rich black kids that go to private school in Atlanta. Yeah. So, it just depends on where you are, but I'm glad you brought that up because I feel like diversity is definitely key. Cause I wouldn't want my nieces and nephew, losing their blackness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I know we can go long. We can continue this conversation later, I guess, but
let me ask you this. How did you feel like, what do you think about Killer Mike's views in general, and how do you feel about basically that last episode when he basically tried to start a cult?
New Africa? New Africa was dope. I like I think the way he did it and presented it, it just made it more realistic in terms of like, this can actually be done. Right? Like, so it's the groundwork. Like if people decide to do it and have their own government and create their own, like what's the dude name from fucking Africa that did that shit? What's his name? Like Jess, what's his name? Tully or some shit like that. That's where it kind of piggybacked off of. Like the dude was in Africa. He boarded himself up in his nice size house and created his own country, his own domicile.
And they burnt that bitch down.
They burned it down because the government won't fucking with them. And that would be the same thing here, obviously. But I enjoyed it because what it taught people is that you can be self-sufficient if you decide to, meaning that you can hunt your own food, you can grow your own food, you can self-sustain if push comes to shove. And I think that's more so the message. Like, it takes a community, because community is a group of people, right? And that coexist and live together. They're all going to have varying different opinions, but at the core of it and what makes a thriving community is the diversity, in terms of opinion and thought and just livelihoods. Like, I think that's kind of what the core of it was for me. It was interesting. Obviously it wouldn't take off, but I thought it was an interesting, like a little microcosm of what could be. I enjoyed it just because, like, damn, you could really, have you had 20 acres of land and you were ducked off in the woods, like one of those fucking.
You could start a cult.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a cult necessarily. Like, cause what is a cult?
Cause Mike didn't even help them out. He put himself on the, that shit was crazy, shit was bro. Wild. Like, I couldn't fuck with none of that shit. Like, I couldn't fuck with none of that shit because.
He didn't do shit though.
That's where I'm just like, all right, like in the grand scheme of things, like if you look at it really high level, I get the message, right? But you got motherfuckers that's gonna look at that shit at face value. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no motherfucking drug dealers about to go up in no fucking bank and ask for no fucking loan without a business plan. Like, he didn't give them like anything. He just like,
shit,
the Hells Angels did this. Let's make Coca-Cola. Like,
and they got
out of all of the shit, them niggas didn't get no fucking Coca-Cola.
They got Coca-Cola.
Like, that shit was unrealistic. Like, I don't feel like he really laid. I know it's only 30 minutes and you can only go but so deep. But to a nigga who's watching this, who really, really looks up to Killer Mike, they about to go in this fucking bank and fucking embarrass themselves. Are y'all about to make all this? I'm not about to buy no fucking coke y'all just made in no fucking kitchen in no fucking drug house. That don't make sense. Like,
but you'll
that's
buy
what
some
I'm
weed
saying.
that they bagged up in there and, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what the drug house is for.
Yeah.
Not for my soda, my nigga. Like, no, not for my food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think like the message of.
It's just like the niggas that did Trap Kitchen though. They started off doing the Crip and Blood niggas that did that shit in California that started doing the whole like seafood bowls and shit. It came from a trap house.
Listen, black people been selling plates.
So why can't they sell drinks?
Yes. Black people, yes.
So why
black
can't they sell drinks? It's been liquor houses for years. Niggas been making moonshine for years. Why can't they sell soda?
I am not buying Coca-Cola you made on a kitchen you just cooked up Coke on. I'm not buying that
from there. Yes.
Because the germs make it good.
See, so that's what make the fucking Coke good. That's why it's Crip and Cola. It's no difference.
First of all, like, I think that the Hell's Angel shit, like, I feel like people who buy Hell's Angel shit is about that shit. They about that shit that Hell's Angels do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's for, them racists and for whatever that the Hell's Angels, I say Hell's Kitchen, Hell's Angels niggas do. That's their supporters. You can't expect people who are not about gang life to be like, yeah, let's buy some Cola and some blood pop.
Nah, that's not true. Cause there's plenty of motherfuckers who wear Hell's Angel shit that ain't fucking in no motorcycle gang or.
I've never seen nobody in Hell's Angel shit but white people. So it just might be the people that I be around.
That's my point. And that's where the whole breakdown when they had the fucking focus group. Like, it's you don't understand it until you actually do the research.
But at the end of the day, this fucking group basically said this is what they do. Yeah, they help the community, but they also sell drugs and shit too.
I mean, that's no different from what the Hells Angels do.
I don't support the Hells Angels.
We support it. I think the message was that we glorify our criminals and we glorify our street fraternities and different facets. Like,
niggas
America loves
do
criminals,
that.
Right? Like,
yes.
They're always glorified.
America loves that.
if and then at the same time, like Levi's, they capitalized. They got the little blue rags and shit when Snoop popping, and then they had the little red little shit when so niggas is doing that shit, right? Like, so like people have been capitalizing off Crip and Blood culture, which is red and blue, and black culture because of
right. But who's buying that? Who's buying the Levi's? Who specifically, besides motherfucker who might didn't know that that's what they was doing? Who specifically buying the Levi's with the blue and specifically buying the Levi's with the red?
I mean,
Bloods or Crips.
But at the same time, why can't you branch off though? So you can't be segmented into thinking only one way. I think it's a genius idea.
Here's my thing. You can't expect people to support you that's not a part of that particular culture. You definitely should you should expect Bloods and Crips.
There's plenty of fucking things that we're not a part of that we subscribe to.
But it's how it's packaged, right? It's how it's packaged. I'm just going based on this particular episode. You know what I'm saying? These guys went into a bank. They didn't have a business plan. They didn't have none of the business 101 essentials that you need to go in here and go into this bank. The bank nigga said, nah, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? You talking about.
Only thing they can do is tell you no. They couldn't have got it anyway.
Only thing you can do is prepare. But
they couldn't have got it anyway, though. That's the thing. Like, so what were they going to prepare and do?
Mike could have got the shit.
It's their business, though.
I guess that's the nigga aspect of it. I don't see it that way. I feel like you basically sent them niggas in there to get turned down.
He was with them, though.
You knew they weren't going to get shit. So that's why I say I don't know the real value from the entertainment value.
All this shit was real. Like, this shit was real because I think he was on Sway. It's funny.
But I don't know. But it's still a setup. It's still like a reality show. You still put certain things in place. They knew for a fact when they went in there they was not going to get along, my nigga. Don't act
that's
like
true,
you.
But it's worth a shot.
They knew that. So that was part of the show. It's still a show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still a show.
I heard the dude, the bank loan manager, his son, like, cause Mike was on, Sway in the morning and shit. And, he called up there and shit. He was like, yo, that was my dad, yo. He was like, really? He was like, yeah. He was like, he came home and talked about that shit. Like, hey man, these guys that sold weed tried to get a loan today. He was like, it was actually, I applauded it. They just didn't have what they needed in order to do it. But he said, I appreciated them coming and trying to do it. He was like, but.
Preparation is key.
Yeah,
preparation is key. Preparation is key. Preparation is key.
It was dope, though. I enjoyed it. I think you should go check it out just for commentary sake.
You should definitely check it out. You should see. I don't necessarily think I will be watching a season 2.
I'm definitely watching season 2.
It was just so left. It was his I can look at radical decisions and be like, okay, I see where you came from, even though that's not how I get down. I see where you came from. But it was just like, it was just totally left. Like, everything he did, like, after, like, episode 1 was just like totally left. And then, like, that last episode where he tried to build a cult, basically put himself on the flag and didn't do shit and had these motherfuckers supported by Under Armour. He had on all Under Armour. The uniforms was Under Armour, my nigga. Hard. You gotta take that shit at the entertainment value of it and not make it as deep. Cause I don't think it was that deep. But you know, I will give a shout out to Killer Mike because I'm about, you know, us expanding and, you know, even though I don't agree with the methodology that you used or if that was even your real methodology, you probably know more about Mike. You probably listen more to Mike than I do. But I appreciate, you know, a nigga getting that bag. Like, we got to get this money. So he definitely got that money. But thanks for that, B. I want to thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. Y'all know where to follow us at the Ain't Shit Show. That's the X where the I would be. And we on Twitter. We on the Facebook. We on, you know, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, all that, Apple Podcasts. Y'all know we want y'all to leave a comment. So stop and just comment and rate us. All that good shit. I want to say rest in peace to Christophe St. John. Young and the Restless, right? Young and the Restless dude. I remember him from back in the day when my mom used to watch Young and the Restless. I know that a lot of women loved him. Somebody else died this weekend, B. Like a famous black guy. Somebody died. Damn, who died? I'm sorry. I will definitely give you a shout out next time. But somebody famous and black died this weekend. You can't remember it. Damn it, man. All right. Yeah. So, I'll give you, I apologize. And my wine is definitely kicking in. So I apologize that I don't remember who died, but Christophe St. John, rest in peace. It was sad because they say that, he kind of never recovered after his son killed himself like a couple years ago. And, you know, he just kind of never recovered from that. So I just want to say, make sure that you're checking on your friends. Check on your friends, man. Check on your friends. Check on your strong friends. Check on your weak friends. Check on everybody because you never know what someone has going on in their life. And as you know, we like to, end the show with the quote. And the quote for the day is, you will never be free until the moment you no longer care what others think about you. And with that being said, I want to see y'all next week and be great. Wakanda forever. And we out.
Peace.